Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FewTrueGamers podcast. My name is Jacob BestintheRealm Hodder. Today I am joined by BlackBeard Bob.
Hello.
And as always, Trollbeard.
Howdy, y'all.
I love that you say howdy. Like,
you know, it's so weird. Like, I did not start actually saying howdy until like years after I left the state of Texas. It's like I don't know when it started.
I can see you sitting there, like leaned back in your chair, boots up on the table, no clothes on, but boots on.
Cowboy boots.
Oh,
cowboy
you're
hat.
almost there. I mean,
Cowboy hat.
I just come in like the Yeti version of Cowboy Curtis. Like, did Cowboy Curtis, Lawrence Fishburne, and Pee Wee's Playhouse? Like he was the black cowboy.
Hold on.
We're really starting off good here.
Hold on. Lawrence Fishburne.
Fishburne was the cowboy friend Pee Wee had in the original HBO show Pee Wee's Playhouse. Back when it was like a mature rated like sketch comedy show before they made a kids version.
Real different kind of Playhouse.
Yeah. So
oh my god, dog! Holy shit, he is!
Yeah, so it's like, hey, if Cowboy Curtis turned white and got interrupted halfway into a werewolf transformation, that's me, brother.
What the ever-living hell?
How do you have a ridge of hair just across the back of your shoulders? What the fuck?
How did that happen? What am I looking at?
I think this was just after he stopped being listed as Larry Fishburne.
I never knew he was listed as Larry Fishburne.
Yeah, he's got. Know this shit.
Drugs are an amazing thing.
Yeah, that's why I never did them. I should start doing drugs to have a fucking excuse
to not remember
things like that. I was like, well, my mom was doing drugs when she was pregnant, but that's an actual story.
Holy Jesus, the Crevity Lawrence Fishburne was in Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, with a Jerry curl. Like, what the fuck?
He looked good.
Yeah. Man, he had the fucking swagger.
He's skinny as hell, too.
Yeah.
They were all on drugs back then. They probably didn't eat for weeks at a time.
Well, that's how the show was made, on drugs.
This was...
Wait, this is top
quality.
Early
80s LA cocaine binge sketch comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the FewTrueGamers podcast.
Where we talk about all obscure TV shows.
How the fuck did that tangent happen?
You, as always.
Hey.
How do you think it happened?
Shit happens, man. I mean,
Same fucking way it always does. Because
also ashamed to admit I haven't.
Some shit that no one else does.
I'm also ashamed I haven't had an actual pair of boots in like 10 years.
I never have.
I failed my heritage.
Even I have a pair of boots.
Your Texas test?
Yeah.
Some people think it's weird that I'm from the South, but I don't say y'all. Like, I don't ever.
I do. I say it all the time.
Also, supposedly I have a Southern accent, but I don't think I do. But I've been told by 12-year-olds on Xbox Live that I do.
Yeah, it's one of those things of, like, I'm from Dallas originally, so I don't have as specifically a Texas accent as most people do until I, go back to Texas and people recognize me. It's weird.
And people recognize me. What?
As far as, like, how I sound, it's like, oh, hey, you from, like, such and such? Like, I actually had somebody at my job, like, a couple months ago. I was like, hey, you from, like, Dallas? And I was like, yeah, I haven't lived there in, like, 16 years. Like, yeah, because I'm from the same area, and you sound just like my husband. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. What the hell? People are weird. So I played more Destiny this week.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Fuck off. Because it's good. It's
Like-
I'm playing the wrong
Like,
video.
I'm happy for people that are happy.
No, because you keep giving me shit for it.
I don't give you shit for it. It's fun.
I give
Like-
you shit for it.
I have it on tape now. I actually have it on tape a lot. It's not on tape. It's digital. What the fuck am I saying?
What are you,
Way,
what are
way
you
to
saying?
age yourself.
I also have a
Did
tape
you-
here.
This man got out a small like Logitech speaker and a reel-to-reel recorder. He's like,
Winding it up.
God damn it, I need backups.
Remember that noise? The cassettes, when you wound them up, they make that weird
Yeah.
fucking noise.
Yep.
Do you remember the device people actually used to own to rewind cassettes and VHS tapes?
So,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Dreaming City
I
is
owned one.
the video I have now. It's
Yes.
Dotto. It's pretty much the best Destiny guy. There are a bunch of awesome pursuits and bounties in the Dreaming City, and the shit's already changed. So week 1, the chests were in a specific spot. Week 2, they're in a different spot. I believe there's like some different enemies, but apparently there's also going to be a different Ascendant challenge every week, which is going into the Ascendant plane and doing some kind of challenge. Like the first week, it was you had to dunk these 3 orbs into a middle well, and then you pretty much had infinite light, and you could just use your super over and over and over again, but you had to kill a shitload of enemies.
Hmm.
This week's, I think you had to destroy a bunch of crystals. Let's see if I can find it. Yep. So yeah, you'll go into the Ascendant plane and do some kind of challenge for gear. So every week, this area is going to change. At least that's what it appears. Until Destiny, or Bungie rather, gets tired of it.
You know what I would like to see, and I thought about this earlier today, and I meant to say something.
What's
So
that?
I'm just gonna say it now before I forget.
Okay.
I would like to see them add, maybe as like one of these new subclasses, how the Warlock was in Destiny 1 with the Solar subclass, how it was like a healer.
See,
I forget
hated
the
that.
name of it. I
It
don't
was
think
the yeah. They have the healing rift now, though.
Yeah, but I want a little bit more focused, like almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you really couldn't do like almost like with different spells and stuff, but
Well, I wonder if one of these new Warlock subclass things are a little bit more support-like.
like
I have
maybe
no idea.
you throw a grenade into a group of friendlies, and
Right.
it explodes into a healing rift or something
That would
like
be
that.
pretty
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
I don't
that.
know. My mind went there earlier today. I was like, "Oh, that's a cool idea."
It
No
would
one
be
else, no one
nice-
else will think so, but I think so.
I mean, like the Titans don't, because I don't think they have any kind of like taunt ability. So that would even be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Then we're going a little maybe too much traditional MMO, but at the same time, I wouldn't hate that.
I mean, let's face it. You still have your Titan is your fucking. It's going to be your
Yeah.
tanky character. That's just generally how it is. That's how most people play that class.
right.
Unfortunately, it is a class-based game.
Yeah. So, and there's a couple other challenges within the Dreaming City. I'm not sure what this one is. This might just be like another Ascendant challenge. There's one where you have to kill a boss and take like his little orb over to a different area. See, these are different chests that are in the area. Let's see if I can find that. There's the Blind Well, which is obviously it. So it is, a wave-based challenge, but at the same time, there are certain enemies that you have to kill so they drop the buff so that you can not die. Basically, you think you get tougher, and they go through different areas, and you can't just stand there and kill things. You have to actually go out and seek out buffs and things like that. So it's not just a very simple wave-based challenge. It's a bit more like what's the one on Mars?
I don't know.
The one we did on Mars.
Escalation
Protocol. Thank you. Yeah, but Escalation Protocol is wave based, but there's lots of different things you have to do in order to progress. So the Blind Well is like that. So they're at least trying, because I think Destiny lends itself well to this wave-based fighting. And I think if it wasn't in Destiny, that would be weird. I know you hate it, and
I do hate it.
a lot of people hate it. To be fair,
I feel like I'm the only one. I know that I'm not,
you're
but
not.
I know a lot of people also enjoy it.
I was talking to Jeremy about this today. I mean, he mentioned Strange Brigade. I said, "Fuck that game. It's just wave-based shooting." And I went and played freaking Blindwell.
Well, the real issue for me from everything I've seen for Strange Brigade is that the loot stream is universal.
Yeah,
So it's like,
I know
hey,
nothing
there's a
about
chest.
Strange Brigade other than
Well, it's like you. So like
It's
in
killing
Destiny, you
floor.
pop open a chest, everybody gets something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Strange Brigade, you run in there to the chest, you're like, well, you guys get fucked. At least I got some loot.
Really?
Like whoever opens the chest gets the loot.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have different abilities, and there's like level up system. Like I watched, I think Jesse Cox or somebody played a while back, and I just watched it like this. No, I'm not doing this. Absolutely not. But like I said, I'll go play Escalation Protocol or Blindwell. But also, I feel like the big reason I play Destiny is because the shooting is so damn good. It's so good. I got this gun. Truth? I think I got it from Gambit. But also, like, the right side of wrong, the new pulse rifle that fires 4 shots, that thing's awesome. I love using that thing. Playing on Xbox, using my guided star, God, I love that auto rifle. You feel good. And then, with them adding fusion rifles to your secondary rather than it being a power weapon, I get to use that thing all the time now. I have an energy bow on Xbox. That's fantastic. That's why I play Destiny, is for the lore and because the shooting is really good. That's just me. Like, I know there's other people who like the grind. I like the grind a little bit less. I'm going through the grind right now with Gambit, but that's mainly because I really enjoy Gambit's gameplay. But it's still gonna be, you're gonna be real late to Forsaken, aren't you, Bob?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of holding off doing the Dreaming City stuff, though I might not because it does change. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't wait on me.
I just don't want to be like, I'm done with this by the time you get it.
You don't want to get burned out.
Let me tell you right now, if I'm getting ready to buy it and you're like, oh, I'm done with this, I'm not going to spend the money. So I'd rather you get to that point before I spend the money.
Yeah, he's like, hey, man, save me $40.
Right.
No, I'm going to wait.
Come on, ruin your own fun so I can save a couple bucks.
I'm not saying ruin your fun, but if it's something I'm going to get tired of in a month, then yeah, I want
Jacob, I need you to die so that I may live.
Right.
Bear my cross, my destiny cross.
I don't think you're gonna get tired of it a month because I did play Gambit today. I did the Spiders bounties, and right now, there are people trying to beat the raid.
Yeah, as we speak.
Yeah, I know. Like Destin from IGN's doing it right now, and it looks cool as hell, man. Like, one thing I'm really excited about, and this is again just me being a Destiny nerd. I can't wait until we find out who the hell Riven is. I'm sure Bife already knows from My Name is Bife. Or, he's going to have it figured out within the next hour. I'll have a video out on it. But, yeah, see, this just looks so cool. What, they're going in like a little room pod thing?
So is that the boss there, the last boss?
No, this is the first wave.
Yeah, I saw like the last boss had like a 5 segmented bar of health. Yeah, and that was the guy that did like 2 million damage and still just broke the first bar.
Yeah, I was watching them earlier. One thing I found interesting, and now I want to get the Whisper of the Worm sniper rifle, is they were fighting this boss, and he had this giant sack thing on his back. but that was like his weak point, so it always critted. And whenever you hit like a crit with the Whisper of the Worm, it puts rounds back in the magazine. So he was critting, and it was just infinite damage to this guy. And they did so much damage with the Whisper of the Worm sniper rifle, and it's like super difficult to get.
So Jacob, are you going to whisper to my worm?
Or are you just going to crit his backpack?
Oh my god, I hate you guys.
Screw you guys. I hate you guys.
You nasty. And now watching this, like I realized, like shit, I don't even have like the escalation protocol weapons.
No. Well, you know what? Maybe with this expansion, we'll get so overpowered that we can just blow right through escalation protocol.
Well, that's what Bungie's been saying. Like escalation protocol has been extremely difficult, but they said, over the weeks, people will get higher power levels, and it will become easier. It will become something like you just go and get the weapons and the armor, and you're good.
Right.
Eventually, and that's going to be the same thing with the raid.
I would like to have the armor because I think the armor looks cool.
Yeah, I love the armor. Like I have the Sparrow from, I don't know if it's from Escalation Protocol, maybe it's just from that expansion, and I love it. I love like the solar panel looking things from the vault.
I want the new. I saw a Sparrow someone posted on Reddit, and it looked like a fucking old school like John Deere tractor, and I fucking want it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Did you see Airborne Ship is in the game?
No.
Yeah, I haven't.
I heard about it.
It's called like the Unfinal Shape or some shit. It's
really?
So cool. Dude. Okay, that's another thing I gotta say. I'm not gonna give specifics about this campaign, but I don't remember the last time. I don't remember the last time I played a game and went, "What?" so many times. Like it was just, there's so many cool moments in this campaign. Like this is finally the love letter to Destiny that Bungie's been saying that they're writing. And oh God, see, I don't even know what I can say about it to. I'm not gonna say anything.
I just hope you're right.
It's so good. Dude, that's the other thing. Like, I cannot wait. I want to play through the campaign with you, Bob. You gotta make sure I'm there. And like, yeah, I'm coming up there to your house and we're gonna play. Just so I can sit there and watch your reactions. Because I think some of our funnest moments was playing the Taken King and House of Wolves in Destiny 1. That was some of the best shit in that game.
Oh, yeah.
And this is very much a love letter to that. It's so good. And the Dreaming City is absolutely beautiful. The Tangled Shore is the absolute opposite, but it's so cool. It's such a cool area. Like just today I was playing like the opening mission when you get there and it's all these asteroids that are all like chained together and shit. It's so cool. It's like Mars was interesting. Mercury was, again, interesting. The Tangled Shore and the Dreaming City are like two huge areas all on their own. And then Gambit is huge. And
I'm going to get it mixed up, but whichever one was Curse of Osiris was Mercury, right?
Mercury, yeah.
I'm sorry. That was boring. Mercury was lazy.
Yeah. Mars was even lazier.
The Infinite Forest was incredibly lazy.
Dude, the Infinite Forest could have been what the
An
underground
infinite fucking
is.
forest?
Yeah, it could have been what the underground is to the Division, which is just like a Diablo dungeon crawler.
If they could have made it like maybe not necessarily procedurally generated.
Why not? The Division did it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the underground is a procedurally generated dungeon with random enemies and
that's what it should be. That would live up to its name.
Because then we would have had Curse of Osiris with that, and then we would have had Mars with the escalation protocol. So it would have been like, all right, what did we pay? $30 for that season pass?
I don't remember.
I would have
Yeah,
felt
sounds about right.
a little better about that because my Curse of Osiris was, and I guess we got the Weapon Forge, which I'm technically still doing.
I don't know. I got like 2 weapons from that, maybe.
Like the Perfect Paradox is fantastic. My favorite shotgun. And then this, I think it's called the Soul Pariah, is the little SMG that I'm still using as well. But yeah, it doesn't. But that doesn't excuse the absolute laziness of that level. Like it looked beautiful. It was super interesting looking, but it was
I mean,
hollow.
when you went through it, first 2 or 3 times, it was okay. But
Yeah.
and then you get to the point where you can just glide right through the entire thing and never touch an enemy. Like, what's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I might as well go lay in bed and take a fucking nap.
What always got me about Mercury was I'd be like, all right, this kind of sucks. And you go in the Infinite Forest, and like, all right, now I'm running for 20 minutes. All right, now I'm out of that. All right, now we gotta go find enemies. Okay, now, all right, so now we gotta kill these 3 specific guys. We can skip the rest of this. Okay, we're skipping the rest of this.
Right.
It was so poorly designed. We're shitting on Destiny now, and I want to stop it.
Is this where I step in
Yeah, right.
and talk about my experience with Destiny
Troll,
this
you
week?
are summoned.
Well, it's just
Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and get into our fight.
well, no. So here's the
please
thing.
do.
If you're not a Destiny player and you play a lot of other games,
Are you not a
that don't
Halo
feel
player?
like Destiny- I was a Halo player,
Okay.
but Halo didn't play like shit.
Damn.
So
I was not a Halo fan.
oh yeah, dude, I was hardcore in
So,
Halo. Like I had
what
the
is
fucking
it-
Hayabusa armor.
Oh, good lord. What is it about
Yeah.
Destiny you hate so much?
So it just feels fucking trash. So
That's
like
a stretch, man.
no, like it's not. If you're playing games that aren't Destiny and you come over after months and months of an absence, and like one of the things I posted, and it came to mind immediately, at launch of Destiny 2, because I had stopped playing, D1 like the first 3 months the game existed, because launch Destiny 1 was abysmal. It's like, oh hey, we're done after like 9 hours in one day. We're just gonna have to go redo all this shit for about 5 months until they put something interesting in here that we're gonna have to pay for. But no, like I just can't support a game that's like this bare bones and like the actual playing of it. The thing that made me think about it was at launch, and then just this week. Have you ever looked at Steven Spawn? He's like, the guy from Able Gamers.
I know that name.
Yeah, he comes up on kind of funny stuff all the time. Like, so he's a man in a wheelchair who's one of the head guys of this charity, Able Gamers, that works on getting custom controllers and stuff like that for people with disabilities, so that they can still play. And also this week, I saw a guy who had lost his dominant arm, but he was still playing Fortnite with one hand on an Xbox.
I saw that, yeah.
But so it's like, even just for me, that is just looking for like a couple options just for comfort. Like, fucking Destiny 2 has literally less control options in its menus than Halo 2 did. Halo 2 is 14 fucking years old. How do I not have,
What
a
options
couple
were
of
you
choices?
looking for?
I'm looking, personally, let me turn off aim acceleration, because the aim acceleration drove me crazy in Destiny 1. So basically, it's like, oh, I turn to the right, and if I keep holding it, he turns faster. I was like, I don't want that.
Okay.
That's fucking trash. I don't like the fact that if I'm running, I turn slower than if I'm standing still. That's fucking dumb. So, like, if you're not used to it, it's something you adjust to if you play it for a lot of hours. But I'm never going to play PvE Destiny because it's just something I don't enjoy. I don't mind the Crucible, But if I'm running and I try to stop and turn, and now I overshoot somebody because my turn radius when I'm running versus when I'm standing still is different, that's fucking garbage. Like, it's 30 frames per second, which is a hard transition when you come back from playing nothing but, games that are 60. Like, fucking Fortnite, Rainbow Six, Titanfall 2, been playing Blackout. We're going to talk about that later. It's like all of those are running well above 30. Blackout dips down to like 45 a lot, but it's in a beta right now. I can't really shit on it for that.
Yeah, I guess those are just things that I don't notice the frame per second thing. Maybe it's just because I've never owned like a great TV or monitor or anything. Maybe one day I will.
I've always been a monitor gamer, even though I stopped being like a PC guy.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had like a good monitor. Like, I've never really owned a TV in my life.
You're not missing much.
Well, I was like, I've never been like a TV watcher.
Yeah.
No,
like, even as a kid, it was just like cartoons, but it's like if I had a game I could play, even as a little kid, I was like, I'm gonna go turn on my Genesis or my PlayStation. Fuck these commercials. Like, I hated commercials.
Yeah, I do now.
Since elementary school. But yeah, it's just like, if you're not looking for that feel and you want some options to maybe not have it play like that, you have no choice. It's like, oh, hey, you got to play this the way we want you to play it.
And there's I don't know if that's like a limitation of like their engine or
no, because none of these issues I have.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, let me turn crouch to being hold instead of toggle. Because all the crouching I ever did in Destiny was in PV, was in the Crucible.
Yeah.
When I just slide into people, and I don't like how slow that game moves. Like the mobility is terrible, in my opinion.
Yeah, mobility could be worked on for sure. They made it faster, supposedly, kind of, sort of.
Not very. It's just like, I don't like running into somebody, sliding towards them.
Yeah.
And then coming to a full stop because now I'm in crouch.
Right.
It's like, hey, man, it's like, give me the option to not have it get stuck, because all of my real issues with Destiny 2 are not in the PC version.
Absolutely. And that's where I prefer to play Crucible for sure, is on PC.
And it's like the issues I have are things that could be easily implemented. It's like,
probably,
like I had these issues at launch of Destiny 2, and it's been a year now since Destiny 2 came out, and they haven't added a single fucking thing to any of their options. It's like, oh, hey, they finally added color blindness issues, for people with that. But it's like, if you're a person with an actual just an interest in changing your controls somewhat, or if you have a disability and these options would help, like Destiny's like, hey, get fucked. Hey, we're giving you the thing we want you to play, and you'll fucking deal with it. It's like, well, I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things I've never noticed. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things I would have to like this game way more to override my absolute disgust of how the game plays.
That's fair. Okay. I guess we're not going to fight.
Yeah, because my issues are just it took me so many years in my life to kind of figure out why I liked games and why I like this game over the other game. And it's just this weird thing of feel. It's like I prefer the faster, higher speed reaction based a game is, the more likely I'm going to enjoy it. It's why I loved the Ninja Gaiden games, the Ninja Gaiden reboot on the original Xbox. Is why I like Devil May Cry. It's why I like Titanfall. Like, I spent hundreds of hours on Titanfall 2. It's why I liked Overwatch, because it's like, hey, I can handle it. Don't put these weird limitations on mobility. Reward it.
Yeah, and this is a good example of like text doesn't translate well, because you to
Yeah.
me seemed really fucking angry about Destiny. And
Oh
just
yeah, I
like,
was. It's like I was absolutely fucking pissed because it's like, hey guys, you can do better. I've seen you do better in your other games. It's like
Older games.
yeah, like literally Halo 2 is 14 years old. That's almost the age of consent in a few states in America. It's like it's like, hey, like 4 years from now, this thing can fucking vote. Like how did
Don't
how
think
did
that's how
the
that
whole
works.
That's why it's got all the options.
It's like, how did this game from fucking 2004 have the ability for hold to crouch?
No,
Or
see, when you're able to vote, that's when you realize all the options suck.
yeah,
Yeah, but at least they're there for you.
I suppose so. So, and you mentioned Rainbow Six a little bit ago. That's another thing I've been playing a lot this week. Don't really know why. I just decided
it's an
one
amazing
day.
game.
Yeah, it really is. It's one of those games I keep going back to.
My problem is, it's like I haven't played it in months,
Yeah.
and the first I want to say like 6-7 months of the game being out, I probably put like 600 hours into it.
Jesus Christ.
But I had a crew of people, and we were playing games every night, like 5 nights a week.
Yeah, see,
When
I
I
couldn't
had
get my Rainbow Six guys back into it. Or not even my Rainbow Six guys, just my general gaming crew.
yeah, it's gotten better with age. Like Ubisoft has really fucking nailed that game.
Yeah.
But it's just like I have bought all 3 of the season passes, and I haven't played for half of the second one or any of the third one. It's like I spent that money because I believe in that game, and I want the option to, if I jump in, I'm not grinding for renown or whatever to buy like the operators. I want to be able to jump in and try shit right off the bat.
Yeah, I started playing again because these new operators looked interesting. I don't have them, but that doesn't stop me from playing against them and the game being interesting. This guy in particular, I have on screen Maverick. Have you seen this? The blowtorch?
Oh yeah, the blowtorch guy.
Dude, it sucks. It's so scary. It's
What do you mean? Like, because he just runs up on you, like you're like,
No,
why
look.
am I getting shot in the anus?
This wall is fortified, right? You're safe. It's fine. You're fine. Nothing's coming through that wall. That motherfucker can burn a hole through it quietly.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty like the problem is it's a little too quiet for
It's
a fucking
silent.
blowtorch melting. Yeah, for a fucking blowtorch melting metal, like it's way too quiet.
It's weird, but it's whatever. It's fiction, really.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I just realized at one point I was playing, I was like, okay, they're coming from that way. These walls are fortified. I'm fine. Oh shit, I'm not fine.
yeah.
I am not okay right now.
It's like this is not okay. I did not consent to this, mister. What are you doing to my butt?
But that's kind of cool that they can add a character like that. That being said, Bandit is now super useful because he electrifies the walls, and I don't think Maverick can do anything about that. Like, he just gets shit shocked out of him. I love that.
But yeah, to be within range for his torch, he would be within range of the shock.
But Bandit is a character
you need a
who's...
mute, or not a mute, but a...
Twitch. Twitch could destroy his little generator.
Well, Twitch and EMP grenade guy.
Oh, is that Thatcher?
Thatcher, yeah.
Yeah, so you would need somebody to go in first and do that. But even, Twitch, typically, like I was playing, I think last night, and we were on the top floor of a building. I put on my barbed wire, put my little car battery down, electrified the barbed wire. A couple minutes later, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5. All the drones dead.
Yeah.
Yes! And I didn't find the bomb, so we got bonus points. The other new operator is Clash. and she is the first defender with a shield, and it has tasers on it.
Yeah.
It's so damn cool.
I'm assuming that's what we're looking at right here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Now, Bob, you had a little bit of distaste earlier when I mentioned Rainbow Six. What's up with that?
Because I've never played it and probably never will, so I really just don't care about it.
Oh, you should, man. This is like one of the best shooters in the world right now. It really is.
I'm not a big shooter fan.
We're gonna play Destiny in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so like I'm at my limit for shooters. That's one.
Yeah, like the man's hit his cap. Like,
yeah,
I guess
I'm at my capacity. I don't.
Your
care
cap
much
needs to
for
go
shooters.
up one because Rainbow Six is incredible.
It just doesn't look that incredible.
It's so good.
And I'm sure is it not constant PvP?
It is constant PvP.
Fuck that. I don't want to play that.
At all times.
No, fuck
high
that.
intensity PvP.
I'm gonna end up throwing my mouse through my fucking monitor.
Dude, yeah, it's like, high intensity PvP. You're right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that.
It's like, hey, the playlist says casual, but lol, that's not
right.
That's not a real thing.
It's like casual Counter-Strike. It's just not.
Yeah. It's like I had a real issue late ranked play on Siege. It was like the first game other than Overwatch that was rampant with the guys with, mouse and keyboard adapters.
Oh, right.
On Xbox and PS4. Because there's no aim assist on the console versions. So it is idiotically apparent if someone's using a mouse and keyboard. Like, oh, hey, he just jumped through that window, 180, immediately stopped in my face, and one-tapped me with a pistol. It's like, yeah, that guy's using a controller.
Yeah, I was playing on Xbox, but then I realized that I had, the year 1 operators and the year 2 operators that I haven't really played. Just because, I just stopped playing because everyone else stopped playing it. And I was playing that on PC today. And there's Zofia, the chick with the concussion.
Oh, yeah, Zofia is the juggernaut, basically.
The juggernaut? What?
Zofia, she's got the grenade launcher. She can get herself back up once.
She can get herself back up?
She has a self-revive, or unless they took that out.
What are you on about?
Yeah, like if she gets knocked...
Are you thinking of Finka?
No.
Does Zofia self-revive?
Zofia can just withstand, like you hold the button down long enough, she stands back up with 5 HP.
What?
Yeah, she's a fucking, goddamn tank.
Where's a video?
She's Thomas the Stank Engine.
What?
Thomas the Stank Engine?
Coming in with them dank memes.
Hold to withstand.
Yeah.
What?
She's the Defender Ella's sister. Yeah, dude, she's a savage.
Holy shit! I didn't know she could do that.
Yeah, if you don't get immediately finished, she can get herself back up if you have enough time.
Huh?
Yeah, dude.
More.
Dude, yeah, they've made so many cool, interesting operators. The weird balancing act over the years, because this is 3 years old now. I think later this month is the 3rd anniversary.
That sounds right. Qualifiers are on right now.
But the weird balance of different gadgets, different base equipment being changed out for characters, like the meme of so for the first 2 years of this game, Bob, one of the defenders, he could get an ACOG on his weapon.
Okay.
So spawn peeking was a nightmare. He was a low armor, high speed operator, so he could run out quick. As soon as the round started, he could jump out a window, run out and get an angle, and catch people coming around a corner right off the bat.
Right.
Because he's got a 4x scope. They took his ACOG away, and that's become a meme. The new character Clash, She's like almost all these people are police officers.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, so like the two German operators, Bandit and Jaeger, are the two German operators that were from launch, and they're defense operators. So it's Jaeger was the guy who could have the ACOG. Bandit, his character was involved in like narcotics when he was a cop, and like that's where he has his car batteries from to electrify things. Was used to use them for interrogation. Like,
Huh.
so like
what, is this a thing?
Yeah, dude, like Rainbow Six lore is pretty deep for this game. Like the back stuff that's
Real
you gotta
lore
go
or
like
bullshit stuff
like
people
like
made
no,
up?
this is his actual operator video.
Okay.
For Bandit. Like this is but anyway, so he used to, do drugs as part of his job essentially. So like it's a picture of Jaeger, he's got like a box that has an ACOG in it, and Bandit's just hitting a bong, and then Clash runs in. She's like, "What do you have there?" And then she starts hitting Jaeger holding his ACOG with a fucking billy club. It's like, you can't have that. And then just Bandit just fucking hits the pipe. He's just chilling.
It's like full shit.
I'm gonna post this real quick because Rainbow Six is one of the only like game subreddits I haven't left. Because like I feel so bad the day like I leave a subreddit for a game I spent so much time in.
Yeah.
It's like it killed me the day I unsubscribed from Overwatch and like Titanfall 2. But I have yet to leave Rainbow Six just because it's one of those things that's still so comforting to drop in, check out, like the Champion series.
Yeah.
Like all the pro stuff, seeing like the weird levels of like the strats and how these maps have changed, because some of these maps have been slightly reworked since launch. Some maps have been pulled from the actual like playlists because they had to rework them entirely. They've added new maps with each season. It's just, man,
they're always adding a lot of free stuff too.
Yeah, because all of the DLC is technically free.
Yeah, even the operators are free if you play enough.
Yeah, you just have to grind.
Oh, okay.
You can unlock all these new characters, a week later. So Season Pass people get them a week early.
Right.
And they get them for free. They don't have to spend their in-game renown, the earned XP currency.
Yeah, they can use that on cosmetic stuff instead.
On cosmetic items.
Because you used to use renown on attachments, and now they just unlocked all the attachments for everybody. They said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, man, that was a grind. Having enough renown to buy all your attachments when a new season popped.
One thing they added,
round of operators.
Seeing Valkyrie's video with the black eye cameras.
Yeah.
One thing they added that I really like are bulletproof cameras. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, the bulletproof cameras. Yeah, those are cool.
See, in the game when you're defending, you can look at these cameras at around, just based around. They're always in a set position. So a big thing when you're playing the game is taking out the cameras so they can't see it coming. But now they have bulletproof cameras that just anchor into the wall. They can't look left, right, up, and down at all, but they can look straight ahead.
Right.
So what I always do, if it's a 3-story building, I'll go up to the middle staircase and stick one right there so I can see them coming up and down.
Yeah.
It's just, there's great little things like that they're always adding. There's a new character, Maestro maybe, that he has a bulletproof camera that can look around but can also shoot people.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when it's shooting people, it opens up so they can shoot it. But they're always adding like really cool characters, like Caveira here. She can, when people are down and bleeding out, she can actually grab them, interrogate them, and it shows where all the enemies are for quite a while. Like, it feels like too long.
Yeah, like like Caveira, like whenever you interrogate her, like the amount of people that if you catch an interrogation, they just leave game. It's like, bitch, I ain't no snitch.
Capital, I don't like as much. He's
Poor
super
Shrek.
situational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capital, like he's had so much need to be reworked. Like it took him a year and a half to fix Tachanka.
I still think Tachanka's garbage.
Yeah, but he's drastically less garbage than he was. Like if I could show you
for that.
Dude, if I could show you launch 9 months, the first 9 months of that game with Tachanka, like his turret, had these massive radiuses you had to have clearance for. So like he had to be just like so far out away from a wall, just out in the middle.
Yeah.
He didn't have a shield on his turret, so he was pointless. So people just window peek you, one tap you. Before you could even, catch a bullet through with his LMG.
Maybe I'll have to try him again.
Oh, like now he's got like the shields. He can put his turret a lot closer. I've seen some guys do some real aggressive plays of putting Tachanka's turret like way out of like the defense point and, guarding like an actual like choke point of people coming into a building.
Huh.
And, they run out, put the turret down. They'll play somewhere else, and if they, encounter people in a different spot, they can go back and break it down and replace it somewhere else.
I like weird strategies like that. Like whenever I play Glaz on a couple of different maps, I like going opposite of where my team's going and come up behind the enemy, and it works so well. Like there's that one map that's like a nightclub or something, and there's like a courtyard in the middle of it, like an open courtyard. And you can go on one side of it, and odds are somebody's going to walk by a fucking wall or window or something, and you just snipe them. Glaz is awesome.
Yeah, Glaz was actually real bad for a while.
He was, and they made him way better. Yeah, he used to... His whole thing... I'm telling Bob this, I know you know. But Glaz has like a very powerful semi-automatic rifle. And his whole fucking perk was, I have... like a little red dot sight, and then I can clip over a scope. That was his whole thing.
Yeah, he's the only actual sniper in the game.
Yeah, so then they decided, well, that's not much. So they gave him smoke grenades and a not heat-seeking, like a heat scope. So you can throw
it's a target acquisition scope. It doesn't really like it'll highlight heat signatures, but it doesn't go like through.
Oh,
but if you throw the smokes in, it'll, you can
they
still
show
see
up bright yellow. And the great thing about that is if their head's just peeking a little bit over like a bar or something, it is so obvious.
Yeah, but also even if it's just like a shoulder, like that OTS 03 does so much damage. I haven't played this game in months, and I still know the exact name of his rifle. Like, what the fuck? like I told you, like Rainbow Six was deep in my heart. Like, because Rainbow Six, the franchise, was always big for me.
Yeah, and the history of this game in particular was really interesting because it failed like hard.
Well, I think it's one of my biggest issues with this is I like Tom Clancy games a lot, especially when it comes to like Ghost Recon. Probably some of my favorite games ever.
Yeah. And Rainbow Six brings in that Tom Clancy personality of being like super unique.
And I'm sure it plays fantastic, which is why the game pisses me off so much. Because I know I would hate it.
Yeah. It's like you'd either fall deep in.
And not for the gameplay. Give it a story mode, I'd probably buy it.
Here's the
this game started off as another game kind of like the Rainbow Six Vegas series called Patriots.
And then
that game fell apart and they salvaged it and remade it into Siege.
The cool thing about Siege though is they bring these operators from all over the world. And I know some of it's based on real tech, like Virgil, who's on screen right now. He disguises himself from cameras. The cameras get all blurry and shit. That's a real thing, but it's not how he does it. I think he just presses a button.
Yeah.
Oh, Vigil. Did I say Virgil?
Yeah. Is he alone waiting for signatures?
Oh, my wrestling and gaming territories are crossing over. Oh, did I lose you guys?
How annoying she can be. She's actually a troll.
Okay, I lost you for a second. Who's a troll?
The one on screen, Dokebi.
Dokkaebi? Yeah, she's great.
Like, because like her icon, her name is like a mythological like ogre character that bothers people in Korean, in Korean like fantasy lore.
Right.
So like she hacks people's phones and it sets off the alarm.
Which why are these world class fucking operators bringing their cell phones with them to this situation?
Well, it's their device that they view the cameras on.
That's true. That's true.
So like it makes sense that they have these remote camera devices.
Yeah, you can imagine, Bob, you're in this really intense situation and you're listening. It's like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike where footsteps are very important. Mm-hmm. You're listening very intensely, and all of a sudden, no! It's fucking great. Well, not to mention fucking Lion. He has that drone thing that just reveals everybody.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're always adding such interesting characters. I can't help, like, every season it's like, well, they ran out of stuff, right? No, then now they got this guy. I think this is Alibi.
Well, yeah, Alibi is cool. I loved when they added Ying. Ying throws out these... He's the guy who throws out the mines with the poison darts.
Yeah, so he puts out a poison dart that you have to actually yank out of your leg. Jeez. You have to hold down.
You've got to stop and hold the button to slowly pull all of them out. Otherwise, it's slow damage over time.
Right.
But yeah, then Alibi can put down projectors so that it looks like he's standing there holding his rifle, and if somebody shoots it, then it says, "Oh, he's over there." And it's very, very believable.
Yeah.
Maestro.
Unless you see like the little pod on the ground and shoot it.
Yeah.
If you're just coming around a corner if they get good placement and you come around a corner and you panic, you fire a shot, you're like, well, god damn it. You're like, I have foisted my own petard. God damn it.
It always seems like they're going to run out of ideas and then they come out with something absolutely awesome. They're always balancing the game and just generally making it better. I think once a season, it seems like they have one patch that doesn't add any real content, but they change something. Like they did that health update where they just made all the servers way better.
Yeah, they upgraded their actual game engine.
Yeah.
And their server code. I mean, it still has work to be done, and there's still issues in that game that are still there from day one.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are things like
minor
I don't think
issues,
they can
though.
fix. Yeah, they're small.
I wonder. Do you think we're ever going to see a Rainbow Six Siege 2 anytime soon?
Well, probably. I honestly, once I realized how it was picking up, and season 2 became a thing, I remember telling somebody I give it 4 solid seasons before they actively try to say anything about a new game.
Because we still got quite a ways to go in season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 4, that would kind of make sense for them to wrap up. That's going to be a lot of fucking characters.
Yeah, they're already at like 30 something, I want to say.
That sounds right. And they're all unique. Very unique.
They all have very specific guns.
Yeah.
Because they're
and
usually
unique to where they're
too.
from.
Yeah, that are actual service weapons from that country and that military unit. And some of them have like a gun only they can have.
I'd say a lot of yeah, right. Some of them do share like one weapon.
Yeah, like there are certain guns like you can equip. You've got usually 2 primary weapons you can assort from and 2 pistols, but then sometimes that's different. Like the Spanish operators, Mira and what's his name, Jackal.
Yes.
They have like a regular pistol or like a mini shotgun as their secondary weapon. So you're like, as Mira, you can roll double shotguns, and it's actually pretty good. Like,
you can put an angled grip on them to make them swap faster.
Oh wow!
Like the fast burst damage, because her primary shotgun is either fully or semi-automatic.
Burst damage in a game where one shot can take you down.
Yeah, like you just come around a corner sneaking because Mira's a defender, and just bop, 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 switch, bop, bop, bop. You know, like you can just throw out so many shots real fast and clear like a hallway of 2 or 3 people that didn't know you were there.
I saw a great little comic because Jackal, his whole thing is he can see footsteps. It was how to counter Jackal, and he was in the comic. He's following the footsteps. He looks up, and the footsteps go up on the wall, and they say like "fuck you" or something.
Yeah, it's like you suck. No one loves you or something like that. Saw Siege. That's the guy, man. He's like, I think I probably still follow Rainbow Six subreddit just for his comics, because he's like, he has this cool, like, goofy, like, fun, like, cartoony art style, and then it gets like,
he makes everything very cute.
Fucking violent. like it gets very gory. But I posted that comic, so like in the Discord, so I don't look like an absolute fucking idiot. With if you want to look at it real quick.
Oh,
yes, the character runs up, starts beating the guy with the ACOG because that's forbidden materials. You can't have that. Meanwhile, his friend's just smoking drugs, and no one's paying attention.
His friend is smoking drugs.
Who knows what's in that pipe? I cannot confirm or deny the contents of that pipe.
Oh yeah, I guess he is. What's that? And what's that on your hand?
Yeah, well, a massive amount of the Siege community, English isn't their first language.
Clearly.
So.
Well, apparently we could spend all day talking about Siege. So let's go ahead and get you talking about Snake Pass. I can bullshit about
Siege forever.
Did you play Snake Pass? And this game actually looks really badass.
It's super chill. It's just like a slow-paced puzzle game of just like the basic physics of you learning how to slither like a snake.
This is also
it's on the Game Pass.
It's also Johnny Ace's origin game, isn't it? Isn't this how Nick won the first time?
Yeah. Well, no, I think the first time he won was the stupid 1-2 switch yoga thing.
One or the other. So how do the controls work?
So it really is just like you gotta wiggle left and right on the stick to build speed. So you actually do have to slither. There's a button.
Are you going like click, 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 click the whole time?
Like, yeah, left and right, wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Okay.
You don't have to like swing it all the way over. You just kind of got to keep that motion going. So it isn't like you're just like, pinning, hard left or right at all times.
Well, this is infuriating to watch, Troll.
Oh yeah, yeah. This game is infuriating to play. Like if you fuck up, like if you get super close, because like the base game of just finding like little keystones to get to the next level, super simple. It's the side content of looking for all the little collectibles in the level, and this is infuriating to me because I was doing this part you're looking at before, like it told me that there's a grip button.
Oh. So you can like grab onto whatever you're climbing?
So like you can use your body to like squeeze down and hold tight to move slower. But there's a button to lift your head to try to, start sliding upwards instead of, just going across the ground. You can have your little hummingbird friend lift up your tail for reasons I'm not entirely sure why it'd be useful. I think I drove myself crazy one time because like I got to a point where I was going out on this pipe, like these bamboo pipes. There's one of these gold coins on the very far end, and it was a motherfucker to get out there too. I finally got out there. I had died a bunch of times just falling, and it checkpoint, right there before you get the coin. It doesn't save it if you don't make it back safely. So like the one time I got out there before I said fuck it and moved on, because I'll probably come back to this game and keep playing it, but like it was driving me crazy.
Is this on the Switch?
I think it is now. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah,
Somebody should do a counter on how many times that question's asked on this podcast.
every time.
Every time.
but
Every time we talk about a game.
But I was in a scenario where like I was kind of crumbling emotionally and falling apart, and I was about to fall, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, let me try the.
This troll never goes into an actual stressful scenario.
But let me try the bird thing, and the bird lifts my tail and picks it up, and that pulled me completely off the pole there, and I just fell to my death after I'd finally got the coin. And I was just like, dashboard, quit game. Let's go play something else. I was like, oh no, like that literally unwound me off this pole to where like I probably could have salvaged it, but I hit the wrong button at the wrong time. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I was like absolutely triggered. I was like, this is too chill of a game for me to be this mad right now.
This looks like a chill game, but also a absolutely frustrating game.
Yeah, because it's a fairly complicated puzzle game. The puzzle is just learning how to snake. Before. Well, this happened in a game jam. Like the idea came up in an internal game jam at Sumo. It's called Sumo Digital.
Just seems like a concept somebody would have already done, but I don't think they have. Yeah, you need to grip something.
Yeah.
This is kind of infuriating to watch.
Yeah, man. It was like until you learn about the grip, there's so many of these parts where it's like, well, how the fuck does this work? Because sometimes you gotta like perfectly time letting go of your head being lifted up to like drop your neck under to lace, like as you latch together. It's just, man, this stuff was cool. The music wasn't great. It was just, nice ambience. But I was like, oh no, this is just driving me crazy. Like I'm already like have rage problems and I'm suicidal. It's like I don't need to escalate this. Like I've got 30 years of me not killing myself. I need to focus on here.
Oh, is this where you got the fairy thing to lift up your tail?
No, like I think I tried it here and fucked myself over.
There you go.
But
rush and get it.
But yeah, there's one where literally like the giant like complicated pipe is just out over the clouds, like you see in the distance. Jeez. It's just like, okay, it's like, how the fuck do I get over there? And then I finally got it, and then fucking just dropped myself to my own demise.
Oh, I think you just figured out grip.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's one of those things where you're really intended to come back to these areas later on. Yeah, so it tells me, I was like, well, great, game. This would have been cool to know that I could just latch on and slow down, my crawl to actually, skillfully thread myself through these bamboo pipes instead of me just throwing myself just at a wall, like trying to fucking be a fat kid doing Ninja Warrior.
This does look great, though. I do really want to play this.
This does look great fun.
It's on the Game Pass, but yeah, man, it was just. I had to take a break because like I had just triggered myself so hard. I was like, oh no, like it's true. The inner voice was right. I do suck.
The inner voice is always right.
Yeah.
Damn. So, dude, how long is this game?
Not very long.
Another thing I always want to know.
I mean, I played for about an hour and a half and got like 5 or 6 levels just because I was trying too early to try to get all the collectibles.
5.5
Like
hours.
I probably should have just kept going through the regular game and been through more experiences, because it teaches you pretty well if you're playing like the main path of just finding, like I said, little keystones, and then you come back and look for the collectibles. That probably would have been a smarter idea.
Yeah.
But no, I'm stupid.
So you also played a bunch of Call of Duty Blackout.
Yeah, the beta just opened up today for Xbox and PC. It had like
really?
3 or 4 days, exclusivity on PS4.
Is it open beta on Xbox?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's all like pre-order beta, but there's a lot of ways
Gotcha.
to get codes. A lot of places have been handing out codes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this game just, it's got they are making really cool choices with how they're doing Call of Duty. As far as like, you want to talk about a game with mobility, this game gets it right.
Yeah.
Because unlike regular Call of Duty, you don't run out of stamina when you run.
Oh.
Because you gotta move your fucking ass across a giant map. I mean, like that was the thing that started to trigger me so hard with Call of Duty over the years.
Yeah.
Was like, oh hey,
well.
I'm a well-trained athlete, soldier fighting a war. Why do I sprint for like 18 feet and then stop running? like why do I just run out of breath? Barely, getting across like a hallway in a map.
Right.
So in this one, yeah, you've got good mantling and good sliding abilities. It's like these windows, you just jump right through.
One thing I wanted to ask you the other day, because I was watching you play this.
Yeah, he creeped in.
It did. Were you equipping, like, whenever you saw a scope on the ground, did you pick it up and equip it, like, right away without having to...
You can. So, like, when you're looking at an item, if it fits onto that weapon, you have the option to hold square to equip it, or hold triangle to just pick it up to your inventory.
Awesome.
Because, like, the inventory system is the biggest issue it has right now, and they've already been putting out a couple of updates to try to, fix stuff. And in the quick equip menu, just hitting up on the D-pad, it'll show all your attachments all the way to the right that you don't have like equipped anything. They're just in your inventory.
Okay.
And you can just like in that menu, just click, square, and it'll attach it or swap it out. Like if you've got 2 different scopes, like realistically, you could, have your sniper out.
You're demonstrating it now, thank you, troll.
You could have, like a 2 or 3 times scope on your sniper rifle for shorter ranges, so it's easier for you to, make a quick adjustment.
Right, that's cool that you could be on a hill and realize I need to switch and just quickly switch it.
You can swap over to your actual big boy sniper scope, like the full 6 time for a longer range shot, and then in a couple of button presses, swap back over.
See, this is something that I've been excited about is Battle Royale took off, and like, I know Fortnite is successful, but I don't think that Fortnite, like, obviously it wasn't built for Battle Royale. They retrofitted their game and made it a Battle Royale. I've been really excited about a developer, especially a AAA developer, building one from the ground up, essentially. And this just looks so damn good. It almost looks like a Battle Royale wish list.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have said, hey, this feels like a professionally made PUBG.
I was just about to say, it's even what it looks like.
Yeah.
It has a lot of that feel, especially since it has a lot of gun ballistics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because of range. So there are, like, it's still, like, predominantly, in a lot of cases, hit scan within certain ranges.
Right.
But then at certain distances, like, you have damage drop off over distance. Certain guns, you have to lead more than others because they're a smaller caliber bullet. They don't have as much velocity. Yeah, the now are kind of like certain guns are just kind of pointless with how armor works in this game, and they've already made a couple adjustments to the level 3 armor. The level 3 armor is the only armor that gives you like headshot protection.
Okay.
Oh.
But the level 3 armor as it was currently was like it was like a 65% damage reduction. So if you just had, your regular 150 HP and found level 3 armor, your HP was essentially at like 400 and something. So it was just stupid. Like I had a game, I'll never forget it just because it triggered me so hard where I stood up and I walked away for a second before I started the next game. I dropped at the map and I think it was the same place I was previously in this match. Those little small like outhouse buildings.
Yeah.
Where it's just like some bunks, a couple items on the floor, a window, a door. I landed there right off the bat, and a guy landed in a building close to me. I go into one of those buildings. I picked up a gun, got it loaded. It was an SMG, so it was like a smaller caliber bullet. The guy, the only thing he found in his building was a level 3 armor. So we run to the next building. I jump in the window. He comes in after me. I put an entire clip of this gun into his armor. It doesn't break his armor. He has time to look down, grab a gun, turn up, and shoot me dead.
Damn.
While I'm reloading. Because like the impact damage, I guess you'd call it, on the smaller bullets just doesn't crack that armor fast enough. Like you gotta have like high like burst damage up close or hit nothing but headshots.
There was a guy. There was a guy when I was watching you stream that you unloaded on like 2 magazines and he killed you, and you're like, "Oh, he had armor."
Yeah, like it was especially bad the first few days when you jumped in.
That's what this beta's for.
Yeah, they've kind of adjusted like some of the damage profiles for certain weapons against armor. The level 3 armor, cracks a little faster now. They've already bumped up the player count from 80 to 88. They've made a couple adjustments to certain things because since I want to say Black Ops 3 or maybe even Advanced Warfare, they kind of did a front end system for all their games where they can have like a small update pop up like as you start the game.
Huh.
So they don't have to do entire like client updates. You can just catch like a hot fix, yeah. So they've been throwing out. They've already had like one actual client update that I remember, and a couple hot fixes. Trying out new things, trying out different patterns for the final circles. They've already kind of done the Fortnite thing of having some limited time modes.
Huh.
So there was a mode I played last night. I played 2 or 3 rounds of it, and then I was just tired. And like I had a 7-kill game, but like I felt bad because like I shouldn't have lived through most of that because I was just trash. Like, I killed so many people. I was like, dude, I'm yawning right now because I literally should just be asleep. I'm stupid playing this game. I started up my stream for like 20 minutes before I called it quits because I was just like I was dead. But the mode I played was called Close Quarters, which the circle moves faster, I want to say, and it's only like pistols, SMGs, and shotguns on the map.
Yikes.
So the weapons force you to push, force you to get in closer.
Right, yeah.
There was one that was kind of like the blitz mode from Fortnite, which was the circles moving a lot faster constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's pushing you to the end game so much quicker. So they've already got a system in place to start doing shit like that too. So they can keep, some fresh modes going out there, like old school like Halo custom playlists.
So do vehicles work in this game?
Yeah, there's There's boats. There's ATVs. There's these big cargo trucks. There's a helicopter.
What? There's a helicopter?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Does it have weapons?
No, it doesn't have guns.
Oh.
It's just a transport helicopter, and it gets disabled in the final circles.
Huh.
Oh, really? That's smart.
So you're not just flying around like an idiot trying not to get shot down.
Do they have any kind of like lore reasoning behind the circle thing?
I think they do, but not that I can tell currently.
I'm more interested in the odd number of people.
The 88?
Yeah. Or even 80. Like, just because normally you see, it's 100 people.
I thought it was going to be 50, or am I thinking of Battlefield?
I'm not sure, because they never said a number until they actually posted the information about the beta. They had like a field manual for the beta they posted like a week or two. Like when they posted the initial trailer for Blackout, they said 80. Like, because like if there were more people, because they can adjust it. Like they've already tried.
Yeah.
But they felt like 80 was a lot closer to like the size of the map and the way these areas are built, the time to kill. Like it felt smoother.
Yeah, and just I don't really have a problem with 80 people. I was just kind of wondering what their reason was. That's all.
It's like, they could get it up to 100, but why?
Yeah, it's probably just them dicking around with the beta test.
Yeah.
Now at 88,
if it's better at 80 or even 88, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 88 feels a lot better than the first games of 80, just because there were a lot of times, especially since, people were just all brand new at it. Unless, these are like some old school, like Call of Duty savages.
Right.
That are just machines. But
one thing that I like that I missed about Call of Duty, because I don't think this is in PUBG, the hit markers. I don't know what it is about hit markers.
They just added hit markers to differentiate when you're actually hitting the vehicle and the person.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like in the hotfix, like yesterday, they added that.
That's smart. But I don't know what it is about Call of Duty and those little the hit markers are so good.
Dude, it's like the headshot sound in fucking Overwatch.
Or The Division. The Division has a really good one too.
Yep.
Makes that like a gross like a noise.
Yeah.
It's pretty satisfying. If they were to sell only this as like its own mode,
God, I hope they would.
I would probably pick it up.
I would definitely pick it up. I don't think they will though.
Yeah, because currently it's just part of the regular $60 Call of Duty,
which does not include a campaign, correct?
Yeah, but they're just blowing it out harder on this and
multiplayer.
And
it's
zombies.
Shut up.
What are you doing right now? You're using awareness. What is that?
Awareness is the sound horror perk where enemy footsteps are louder.
Okay, so are you picking up these perks?
Yeah, they're the little boxes in the middle. You equip them. Some of them are drastically better than others.
Yeah, but you're fighting these.
Part of that needs. Part of that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
Because awareness is good. Dead silence is too good. They had a hot fix to kind of adjust dead silence. Oh man, I just remember what happens in this match.
Are you bringing these with you into the game, or are they items on the ground?
They're just loot on the ground.
Okay, that's cool.
Everything you find is loot. Like you bring nothing. You have your character, but they're specific.
It looks like there's a lot of throwable weapons.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff. Like the cluster grenades are crazy.
That's cool.
And this is the point where when I threw these cluster grenades, I should have known not to go up these stairs. But I'm a fucking idiot.
Dang. He got you from the pitch black.
Man.
Yeah, so there was an upstairs attic I didn't know about. And he was just prone in a corner in the dark.
Damn. You see that I love stuff like that. That's why I love these battle royale games. This makes me want to play PUBG.
It's really cool with this game because some of the equipment is lethal, some of the equipment is non-lethal. Like they have the recon car, so it's just like the little car with the camera you can drive out.
And what is that's like a thing you can find?
Yeah, you can pick it up. It's like the same slot as like the cluster grenades I was throwing. You can just switch over to it. Actually, no, the recon car goes in the middle where the perks were.
Okay.
But anyway, you hold the button to activate it, and you pull out the little RC car and you drive it. It's got a camera, so you can kind of like a drone in Rainbow Six.
Okay.
But one of the pieces of equipment is like one of the best things in the game, especially late game, is a sensor dart, which has been a thing they've added. I think in like Black Ops 2.
Yeah, because a lot of these weapons look like they're just from all the Call of Duty games.
Yeah, like this map is like a collection of old maps, kind of like retooled to be these different locations on the map. It's like Nuketown is this island.
That's cool.
I thought I heard something about Nuketown being in there.
Yeah, Nuketown is crazy because like the top is like actual like nuclear testing facility island after it's been blown out.
Oh, really?
But there are all these tunnels underground.
Oh,
that are like old school, like 60s retro diner look.
Yeah,
like some straight up kind of like Fallout style.
That's pretty neat.
There's the train yard. There's the factory. There's turbines, like the wind turbines. There was a map for that.
And this is probably going to be a smaller number, but they're going to get the people who want the nostalgia of checking out those maps.
Yeah.
Because
all those maps are going to be added to like the actual like a lot of those maps are being added as like HD versions in the multiplayer mode.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah,
so
I
they
guess
have
they would have the assets for them, so that's cool.
Yeah, they have a pack of classic maps that's going to be part of, I guess, the Black Ops Pass or whatever they call it this year.
Huh. Of course, purchasable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, pick a weapon troll. Christ sakes.
Yeah, well, like that shotgun. Like I was debating on what looked good. That little SMG is one of my favorite guns in this game.
Yeah, I know I've seen you get some kills with that thing.
Yeah, because it's old school Call of Duty rules.
Yeah.
It's faster to swap to a small gun than it is to reload. So I was actually carrying pistols. I would carry that little SMG and a sniper. So if I had to get in close, I had like a high speed, high output. But that was before I realized that gun is absolutely fucking dick against armor because it's a 9mm.
Sure. That's cool.
And I just, like it works great when they don't have armor, but man, late game armor decides fights. Like, like if you get towards like one of the last circles, like I've repeatedly gotten, top 10, 5 or more kills, get into the last circle, get into a fight, my armor breaks, and then I heal up. I find a trauma kit. Trauma kit is a full heal that gives you 50 extra XP, 50 extra HP. So then I'm sitting here, cool, I'm at 200 HP. Maybe I can, get some good peaks, get some burst damage out before I push in. And then the first guy I see the giant fucking like football shoulder pads of the level 3 armor, and I know I'm fucked.
Damn.
Because like I have to put out literally like 2 clips of most guns to break that armor unless I hit headshots. Because like most of my successful games were me carrying like the Koshka or the Paladin, which is like the 338 and the 50 caliber sniper respectively, and just hitting headshots.
Yeah.
And then like the best game I had where I was like 3rd and I had like 9 kills and 7 of them were nice snipe shots. The last guy, the one shot I miss is the guy with the level 3 armor And by the time, I backed it behind a tree, swapped my gun, and peeked out, I was already fucked just because I knew I didn't have the damage output to break his armor fast enough before he killed me.
So one thing that I've always had a problem with PUBG is the lack of weapons you'll find. It just seems like sometimes the parts of that game are super barren and you don't have weapons forever. I feel like you always have a weapon whenever I watch you play this.
Yeah, there are some times, like on the first drop, where like some of those little outhouse buildings and some of the little spots where like you're just like fuck,
Yeah.
ammo attachments, mesh mine. Like, god damn it. Can I even just get the fucking Muzo, like the awful revolver? It's like, give me something, god damn it. And then a guy walks in, he's already got level 2 armor and a shotgun. You're like, guess I'll die.
You know what
once you make it
me about PUBG that you have not seen in this game so far?
Yeah.
Horrible fucking door mechanics.
Yeah.
The doors work perfectly in this game.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks fantastic.
One of the things I hope they add, because if you have momentum or you get within the right distance to queue up the mantle animation, you automatically break through the glass when you jump through the little window.
Okay.
But I started having the habit of when I jump into a window just to do a quick melee,
right,
to make sure I break the window. So now you just see me just like jumping like an ape through these windows. Just fucking YOLO, just yeet, just full run, jump into the window. I'm still keeping momentum, and it feels so goddamn good. What
happens if you jump through the window and the window's not broken?
Then you're standing on the ledge of the window like a fucking idiot, dead stop. So that's why, like, most of the time, if you have the momentum, I think the hot fixes corrected it for the most part. If you're just fucking booking it and you jump, he's gonna break that glass. But there were a few times where I was like in a snipe fight, and I'm just trying to dive through the window like John McClane, and all of a sudden I just stuck on the ledge like a fucking idiot, getting shot, and I died.
Damn.
So I just have the habit of the rounds I've played to just click the right stick, when I go towards the window to make sure I break the glass. Because if you don't cue the actual window jump animation, you keep more momentum.
Okay.
So I had a game where I had that little SMG, that SOG, and I shot a sensor dart at a building. The guy was in a corner because the sensor dart is kind of like a small circular kind of like a UAV. Like it pulses a radar on your mini map every couple of seconds and shows, little red dots on your mini map of where the enemy is. So it's super clutch in trying to push a building looking for these fucks. Because much like late game PUBG, if the cover is in buildings, those fuckers can be anywhere. Like the guy that killed me in the attic a while back.
Yeah.
But I shot the sensor dart at this building because it just looked like there was going to be a fuck in there. And there was. And I saw that there was a window on one side. So I threw something past the door or on the other side of the building. I think it was a cluster grenade. And the guy kind of looked the other way. And this is all one run. I'm just running towards that window. I throw the thing past the building. He reacts. I just fucking yeet, right through the window. Just right through the window with an SMG, full run, just barrel stuff him in the guts before he turns, and just dead. I was like, god damn it, why did that feel so fucking good? like so many of the streamers were just driving themselves crazy playing this on a controller that, guys that don't normally play controller, because they were having so much fun playing this game. So now a lot of those guys are having crazy different experiences now. Yeah. Mouse and keyboard, full PC. Because this game runs way better than I expected. It feels good. I like the changes they made to the sliding. I love the slide mechanic. of, you know, like you're just running, you hit crouch, you slide. Now
Yeah.
you got to hold it a little bit to activate the slide. Otherwise, you just crouch. So it's actually very helpful because there are times where you're just like, I just need to slide, and you stay in your run unless you actually hit the crouch. So like you're just sliding and like ducking a shot, and then you get back up and you're still running. You're not trapped in the crouch unless you want to be.
Dude, okay,
So
you just entered a map that is definitely old school Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Holy
right.
shit, that was... I just got hit with a
nostalgia.
wave of nostalgia. That is so cool. Can
Level
you
3 armor right off
imagine?
the bat. Ruined. Like, these guys are fucked.
Can you imagine what's gonna happen? What could happen? I'm pitching this as a perfect case scenario. Let's say they come out and they say, "All right, Blackout is $25 standalone on PC." What the hell's gonna happen to PUBG? Because like they're already, I know
They're
they
just
got a
gonna
good
sue
player
'em.
base still. Yeah, right. You're probably right. But Fortnite is taking over. Nothing. I don't think Fortnite is gonna notice a difference from this game. I don't
Yeah,
think.
because Fortnite's free. Like, that's always been the
Yeah,
issue.
Right.
I think it's
Plus,
also
I
just a
think
different audience.
right.
Yeah. It's
But this is the
super
PUBG audience.
Yeah, this is literally deep dick in the PUBG community. Like, hey, we're gonna give you that good dick, bitch. And they're like, oh,
They're
listen,
gonna
let's
do
come
to
over there.
PUBG what PUBG did to Daisy.
H1.
H1Z1, yes.
H1Z1, yeah.
Because I played
I just
H1Z1.
burned this man and shotgun him.
I played
Feels
H1Z1 and
bad.
I liked it, and I was like, "This is great." I don't know how
That's
this is gonna
how
get any better.
you got me into PUBG, because we played H1Z1.
Oh, that's right. And then we heard about PUBG, and it was like, well, it can't be that much better than H1Z1.
And it
And
was.
he started up and he's like, oh, it's that much better than
Yeah.
H1Z1.
It was way better.
But yeah, man, it's just like this shit just feels so good. It's like,
But do you think
given
PUBG is
more
gonna take
development time,
a big hit, even if they just do $60?
that's the thing is like the $60 price point here is going to be the thing of how this is actually going to end up playing out, because this is sold through, you know, the Activision Blizzard store.
Yeah.
So I mean, any of the people that are using that client are used to already paying for their games, except for Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah. And
Also,
Hearthstone.
Call of Duty players are used to paying for $60.
Yeah.
I think it'll affect your PUBG players on the Xbox, and
Yes.
maybe
definitely.
is it on PlayStation? PUBG on PlayStation or no?
No, it's
I didn't think so.
PC and Xbox.
Okay, so it'll probably affect your Xbox player base, but not your PC player base.
Yeah, I don't think Call of Duty is huge on PC, anyways.
I don't
Well,
think
Call
it
of
is.
Duty's
I could be wrong.
like huge at launch and then
Yeah.
dies out within like 2 months on PC.
If
Except
it
for, you
plays
know,
well.
Black Ops 2. Like, people still, for whatever reason, play Black Ops 2 on Steam.
I stopped playing Call of Duty. I don't mean Black Ops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, the thing is, like, the last Call of Duty I really enjoyed, as someone who, you know, has played all of them, was Advanced Warfare, the
See,
Sledgehammer
that's what I
Games one.
hated. I love Black Ops 3.
I couldn't stand Black Ops 3. Because it
Advanced
felt...
Warfare, there were too many lasers for me.
Yeah, well, Advanced Warfare, it was mobility. Like,
Okay.
it was mobility that was actually fun and good, and it was kind of the reason, you know, like, Advanced Warfare was my gateway drug into falling fucking massively deep into Titanfall. Because I put hundreds of hours in Advanced Warfare. I put, you know, even more into Titanfall 2.
Yeah, Titanfall
But like when I was
2
playing,
so good.
when I was playing Advanced Warfare on the PS4, like on the global leaderboards, I was top 500 for months on domination and search and destroy. Like, I was balls deep in Advanced Warfare, but Advanced Warfare got a lot of shit because it was, you know, another Call of Duty game. It had futuristic shit, which a lot of these people started complaining about, because you had a jump pack. Like, it was like double jump up, or you could boost forward, boost
It
backwards.
was like an exosuit, wasn't it?
Yeah, so like it had one of the best things in the world, one of the greatest fucking feelings ever. The Goomba Stomp. Like, it's like if you jumped up and you double tapped crouch, you slam down. And if you landed on somebody, it was like a melee kill. So like you could just be like boost up in the air, hit like a shot on somebody, kill that dude, see his friend on the ground next to him, and just fucking Mario just Goomba stomp his ass. Advanced Warfare also added the weird like football game mode that's like super awesome to watch. They had like this like I want to say it's called Upload. Yeah, upload sounds right. But like with on Advanced Warfare, like there were multiple people that did like these montages of them playing Upload, because like you pick up the ball, you move it to the goal, you can like throw it to get points, or you can slam dunk it by jumping into the goal to get more. And like you got these jump packs and like multiple like highlight clips use Sweet Georgia Brown, doo-doo-doo. The fucking Harlem Globetrotters music. Because like these guys are like doing jumping like 360s, midair passes to each other, like alley oops. Like, like Upload was the fucking shit, man. Like if you went and saw some of those like those scrimmage games and like the Call of Duty World League games of Upload,
yeah,
they're super fucking fun to watch.
That sounds interesting. I've never even heard of that.
Because they still have Upload in Black Ops 3. Like it became like it was a new game mode they introduced in that game, and it became like a fan favorite as far as like watching, spectating. Huh. My problem is with like Black Ops 3, like the very poorly done wall running and like kind of boost jump you have in that game. It's like, hey, Advanced Warfare was just like so fucking fast because you could do like side dashes, back dashes, double jumps, you know, with that little exosuit.
Yeah.
So you just like jump dash around a corner and, you know, start pre-firing as you're mid-jump and just catch a guy not expecting you to just shoot out to the side like a goddamn Gundam and just gun him down.
Right.
And then, you know, Black Ops 3 is like, all right, I'm just trotting along. Okay, I'm going to trot along slowly on this wall and run out of my stamina and jump. All right, I'm over here. Here's a slide. You know, like it doesn't have the weird cool stuff of like that jump pack from Advanced Warfare. So like Upload is still a cool game to watch, but Advanced Warfare was just so perfect of like I said, these weird aerial acrobatics these fuckers are doing, myself included, of like I could just like throw this ball all the way across the map, and you just jump off of a building, catch it in midair, and dive into the goal and get 2 points. You know, like.
See, I think Black Ops 3, in my opinion, was better because of the whole character, like it was the Overwatch type character, the all special abilities and stuff. I love that.
Well, they're expanding those types of mechanics minus like the wall run stuff.
Yeah,
and just having like enhanced ground mobility like you saw in the blackout mode.
Yeah.
And now they're just like they're going next level with that stuff in the regular multiplayer. It's like you still have like character abilities that make sense. There's gear, like one of the weapon or one of the tactical equipments you can get in Blackout is also part of the multiplayer mode of Barricade. Like you just drop down this barrier that expands out, so you've got cover.
Okay.
You got like the self-heal darts. Like you don't just automatically regen HP in the multiplayer. You've got to, you know, stop and actually use your med dart or whatever. So they're going way more like actual class based and like making your gear choices and your operator choices matter even.
Oh, did I lose you again?
I'm still here.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. It sounded like you cut out.
But yeah, man, I just like I played the Battlefield 5 beta and I was like, this is more Battlefield, and they didn't really do much this year. Like they made cool decisions with the way the classes work now, but it's still just, you're just in a fucking, meat grinder. It's like, oh, run in. We all have 1,000 fucking lives.
Yeah.
So none of these individual lives are ever going to matter much unless you're just an
It just
absolute
feels
savage.
like Battlefield 1. Like, I have Battlefield 1, and they just gave away the season pass this week. It's so... God, I feel like
for Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel no need for Battlefield 5 at all. And if the Battle Royale mode is good, I'm still probably going to prefer to get Call of Duties.
Yeah, it was just like, I started up that Blackout because I just, I think I mentioned last time, the old Amazon pre-order where I don't get charged with the code.
But I bet Battlefield's Battle Royale mode is going to be good. But for me, they're both going to be good, but then Call of Duty is going to have that nostalgia of all the older maps all on that one big map. That's fucking cool. That's really cool to me. So if I have to buy one for $60, it's probably going to be Call of Duty. And that's weird to say because I'm a Battlefield guy.
Well, yeah, man. I started up that beta and I got, like 2 or 3 hours in the first day, and it's like, fuck, I'm buying Call of Duty this year, aren't I? Like, I wasn't planning. I wasn't planning on adding that.
I came into your stream as you were saying that.
Yeah,
you were like, oh shit, I'm buying Call of Duty.
I was just like, God fucking damn it.
I really enjoyed watching it too.
Yeah, like it's super fun. Like,
it's super
a lot of the guys.
Too.
Yeah, it's easy to know what you're doing. Like some of the shit, like the way the perks work, stuff like that doesn't make sense initially, but visually, when you're seeing it in action, if you're just a spectator or a player, you get the idea.
Right.
And much like Call of Duty with like the mobility and knowing these buildings, knowing these maps, like the ability to really outplay somebody is, the moment to moment gameplay can escalate into like a regular Call of Duty match. Like quick, you're faster than him on the reaction. You made a smart choice to throw the Molotov over there and dip out to the right and shoot him from the other angle because he thought you were coming left. Or you just jumped over the sledge, ran upstairs, jumped out the window, came back down, jumped through the window. He thought you went out initially, and he's just running upstairs, and you just shoot him in the dick.
Right. Yeah, if they come out and they say that you can just buy, because I think they could do that. They could still.
Yeah, they could just sell the
Blackout by itself. Well, Blackout multiplayer and zombies. That's $60 right there. So sell them for $20 a piece.
I don't think they'll do that though.
Well,
I think it'd be smart though.
I agree. I just don't think that
because you're gonna get. Bob has no interest in zombies. You probably don't really have an interest in multiplayer, do you?
Well, did I tell you that there are zombies Blackout map?
Really?
Yeah. So there are spawn locations that are like these locations from the. Well, no, this is something you could never run into and ignore. Okay. So there are these locations on the map that are like buildings, these areas from like the actual zombie maps over the years. So, like, one of the ones in these areas by Rivertown is, like, this boxing gym. And there's the asylum. There's, like, this graveyard by the asylum. And a few other spots where a mystery box from the zombies mode spawns. And you just see this giant beam of light from the ground up to the sky to know a zombie box spawned. You go over there, there's zombies. They take a lot of damage to kill. The zombies will drop loot. They drop rare loot specific to the zombie stuff.
Okay.
And then you can get a crazy ass gun out of the mystery crate. It's like they have like the alien ray gun.
Okay. So stuff
and
from the
they
zombies
have
mode.
Well, they also have some of the old Black Ops weapons. Like people have found like the old Galil, like the semi-auto assault rifle from like the original Black Ops 1 and 2. All this cool stuff.
What was that lever action shotgun?
The model 1887s?
Yes. Are those in it?
Yeah. I haven't found them.
That would be pretty cool.
Man, I remember how.
I've been out of the Call of Duty game long enough that I'm kind of ready for another one.
Yeah, it's just like because the problem to me with Black Ops 3 was it's like, okay, some of these operators are just drastically better than the others.
Yes, definitely.
The mobility, the wall running doesn't feel as good as Titanfall, and it isn't just as immediately stupid fun as Advanced Warfare. So I was just like, well, I'll just go play something else.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I played a bit, and then Kimberly played a shitload of Black Ops 3. She played with the death machine grenade launcher chick. Right?
Yeah, I mean the death machine is in some of the airdrops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can get the impact grenade, like 6-shot barrel grenade launcher. But the thing that talking about Blackout and potentially selling it individually is Treyarch have talked about supporting Blackout for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's also the fact that the Black Ops Pass is only bringing new stuff from what they've announced to the zombies and the multiplayer.
Huh.
So like it's possible that they could just
yeah,
say, hey,
it's smart because you'd get somebody like Bob who has no interest in zombies. Couldn't what did you say? You don't like multiplayer, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah. So why?
I mean, I haven't played it. I haven't played it in years, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't say I don't like it. But it doesn't interest me.
But you would probably buy Blackout for $20 and go, you know what? I wouldn't mind this in a smaller map. I'll go ahead and spend $20 on multiplayer. And you're never going to spend the $20 on zombies, but that's still $40 that they got out of you. Yeah, I'm not going to buy zombies either. But that's still...
But yeah, I mean, even yeah, no, you're right. If they should break them up. I agree.
So it's
because I'll tell you right now, if they were to break them up, I would buy Blackout just off of what I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, you might say, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick a multiplayer.
Right, maybe.
But otherwise, it's going to be, I'm going to wait till the shit goes on sale for $30.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? By that time, I might be just over it entirely. You never know.
Pretty much. All right, so this is a troll-heavy episode. I just realized.
Well, I'm the one that is an animal just playing all these video games.
You played.
You guys have lives.
Yeah, I don't anymore. So you played the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but this is going to be like a shorter. And then next week you're going to talk a lot more about it, right?
Yeah, because I just started earlier today because it just came out officially today.
And no spoilers because I haven't played Rise. I haven't finished Rise, rather. I really want to.
Yeah, I'm about 2.5 hours in. I've started getting like the standard open world events broken out.
Okay.
You know, like once the map opens up for you to do like the open world exploration. I'm in Peru looking for a village because our plane crashed in the mountains.
Of course it did.
But yeah. But so like the premise behind this game is like Trinity is the big evil organization you've been fighting.
Right.
And you think you found like the actual leader of Trinity. And you're trying to figure out what they've been hunting, which is these relics to essentially remake the world. So you follow them to Mexico. You're looking through your dad's notes because your dad still has these notebooks of the stuff he was looking into, trying to hunt all this stuff down. And you find this, this pyramid underground in a cave, and you see this dagger. And this is all stuff in the trailer of the game, so it's not like super spoilery. This is like literally the first like 15, 20 minutes of the game. But Lara Croft, she's reckless. She doesn't want, Trinity to have it. She's killed hundreds of these fucking people because she's a psychopath. She's a murdering psychopath. But yeah, so she picks up the dagger out of the the altar it's part of, and she feels like this earthquake happen, like a little tremor, but then she feels like internally like, oh no, what have I done? So then she starts off the apocalypse.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So on the mural you're looking at, you see all these calamities that are going to happen, and she doesn't pay enough attention. She's just kind of in a hurry because she knows the bad guys are going to be where she's at pretty soon. So she picks up the dagger, starts this off, and as you start to leave the thing to get back up to find your friend Jonah, a massive flood just like destroys this entire city. So right off the bat, Lara Croft has killed hundreds of Mexicans.
Just starting off on the right foot.
Just starting off on the right foot. She just is the cause of death for hundreds of innocent people because it's all about her, and she's a fucking narcissistic fuck. Like she's a shitty character. Like Jonah was a character who was kind of on the boat in the first game, but like you were really looking for your friend, the Asian girl, and like the professor guy in like the original game, and then none of those characters stuck around after that. But yeah, Jonah gets introduced. He's like this big like Samoan or Hawaiian guy.
Yeah.
And he's got all the tattoos.
I guess it's a little bit of a spoiler because in Rise I'm trying to rescue him right now. Surprise!
Well, like, yeah, well, he like I said, he's in the artwork for this game. So the thing that was funny to me is, God damn it, Jacob. he just sent me a message on Discord, and I'm like, I don't appreciate this distraction. But
it's relevant information.
Yeah.
Did you get the same message I did?
Most likely.
Probably.
In poor taste.
Asshole.
But yeah, it's just like the thing is, it's like the story, the character. It's like Camilla Luddington does a good performance as this character. It's just the only game that so far has made any sense is the first one. Like, that's the only one of these stories where her motivations make sense, and why she's killing all these people is because they're gonna kill her. They've already killed her friends. She's trapped on this island in Japan, trying not to die. She's trying to survive. Every other incident now from Rise onwards is her voluntarily going to these scenarios, and just fucking butchering people. like no joke. Like, you're just stabbing random dudes in the neck. You're shotgunning them in the face. You're kicking some of them off of a cliff in some areas.
They are trying to kill her.
Yeah, but she didn't have to be here. Like, this is all her being obsessed with her dead dad.
Yeah.
And she's a straight up sociopath. Like in every instance of the word.
A lot of heroes are.
Yeah. But the big difference between a game like this and a game like, say, Uncharted, which this game is, obviously taking inspiration from when they did the reboot.
Yeah, see, I've had people tell me that's a ripoff.
Like, they're considerably different, like, feeling games as far as like the way like these are kind of more like Metroidvania.
Okay.
Almost. Because there's the backtracking for, looking for different things. You find a new piece of gear that lets you open up the door you couldn't open up previously.
Well, yeah, I guess you could very lazily call them one a ripoff of the other just because they're adventure Indiana Jones type games. They're Indiana Jones ripoffs, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, outside of, the original game of where it's like a desperate, you know, it's the original game is almost kind of like, you know, the movie Predator, of like people trapped in a jungle fighting things that are better equipped.
Okay.
And, you know, in this case, you know, it's an army of people that are loaded up with guns, and you're just this like college student from England, like that just barely survived a boat crash.
Who's murdered hundreds of people.
But also, to be fair, like in that first game, like Lara Croft gets like impaled through
she does.
multiple areas of her body and just keeps moving like nothing happens. Like I was like, ma'am, you don't have a womb now. Like
that first game
it's like
is so good.
Yeah, like it. But the big difference between, you know, these games and say Uncharted is that the Uncharted games are intentionally campy and silly, much like an actual like Indiana Jones movie. So yeah, sure, they're killing a lot of people, but they're not taking it seriously, and it's not like violent details of Lara Croft's death. Like there is one of the scenes, like you see the video of like when Conan does like his Clueless Gamer videos. When he first started doing that was when the first Tomb Raider reboot in 2013 came out, and there's a scene of you sliding down these rapids, you know, in the water, and in the water there's these spikes you're dodging. And in one of the death animations, if you fuck it up, is like she flies in open mouth onto one of the spikes.
Yeah, it's a Mortal Kombat level shit. Some of her things.
like it is some straight up like horribly violent. Like in this game, I've seen, you know, a couple different people streaming the game that bought, you know, the Croft edition. Like if you bought like the big super expensive edition, you got the game early, like Tuesday.
Huh.
But one of the enemies later on in the game, like literally just, like crushes your fucking head. Like it's like, all right, she's literally been smushed like a cantaloupe. Like her skull is caved in. Like what the fuck? But I mean, so far it's just I'm seeing an abusive relationship of a psychopath, you know, abusing her poor Samoan friend.
Right.
And him being a fucking codependent enabler, following her into these areas and almost dying. Finally, you know, he fucking breaks her down. He's like, you just killed hundreds of people, Lara. We got to worry about helping people, get them to safety before we go chase off after these people that killed your dad. Like, it's not always about you, you crazy bitch.
Right.
Like, it's, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, if it kind of emotionally, mentally ties into me to like the Spider-Man situation we might talk about.
Yeah.
Of like the weird, like dumb arguments about like, oh, they made Spider-Man a cop and the police are bad and blah blah. Like, of what I told in the Discord is like, of any of the arguments I'd want to say is like just how like is feminism is like how poorly like they do the Mary Jane character in certain areas. It's like I heard Brian Intihar, like the game director, like I heard him on a couple different like spoiler casts, the kind of funny one, and he was on IGN because I just was kind of curious, you know, his full take on the game Spider-Man. And he's like, one of his things he was talking about for Mary Jane was I didn't want her to feel like a damsel in distress. And for the most part, they nail it. Like, she's this competent, capable, smart person. But for whatever reason, later on in the game, they make these plot decisions of her just... I was like,
right.
Why the fuck are you, like, spitefully not telling, you know, your ex-boyfriend, Peter Parker, who's fucking Spider-Man, you know he's Spider-Man, like, hey, I'm going to sneak into this base filled with people with fucking guns.
Don't worry about me, though.
Clues. Like, I'm not going to tell you where I am, and I'm going to get mad if you try to save me. And it's like for whatever reason, they chose these points to push her story forward. Is like you could have had her still tell him and get to these same points. Like, you didn't have to suddenly just make her seem like a fucking idiot and then turn her into a damsel in distress anyway. Like,
let's just do this instead.
it's like, yeah, you could have had her, tell him in advance, like, hey, if I need you, come help because I'm just a lady with a camera and these are armed mercenaries. I'm trying to stealth through and look for clues like a fucking. It's just like you're a smart person. Like you're an intelligent woman. Why are you spite risking your life?
Well,
This
do we
guy
want
just
to
don't
go
get it.
ahead get into the Spider-Man talk?
Well, I just want to kind of get that point across, just because like I've heard a lot of women talk about their like of that, especially all of them really mentioned the original Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
Because that one's actually an amazing game. So far, from what I can tell in my experience with how Rise of Tomb Raider went, and what I'm already starting to feel with what they're doing with this game, unless it drastically changes, these are like above average games with utterly fucking bad stories because they write this character fucking terribly. Like her motivations.
I can't disagree with you on that because, God, I can't remember what the story is so far in Rise at all. But I want to play through Rise just because of the adventuring, the exploration aspects of finding those temples and the puzzles and that stuff. Badass.
The game part of this game is amazing. It's just everything else.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey guys, you could do better. Like, what are you doing? Like, they've talked about, because this isn't Crystal Dynamics, this is Eidos Montreal.
Okay.
Crystal Dynamics made 1 and 2, and they're supposedly working on the Avengers game.
Yeah.
So this is the Deus Ex people.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping later on, now that we've kind of got through the initial, like, seeing this dumb bitch do dumb bitch shit because she's a psychopath and she only cares about herself. She's getting hundreds of people killed. She's killing hundreds of people. It's like she's not a redeemable character from everything I've seen.
Not to mention all the damage she's doing to temples and tombs.
Yeah, like she's destroying hundreds of year-old like buildings just because she's trying to get there faster than
There's a jewel in there. I have to burn that thing down. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing this giant multi-ton bell into that wall to break it up because I gotta get somewhere. I got places to be. God damn it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's just like, so far from what I've heard the actual developers say is and some of the initial like responses, because like reviews in this game are very mixed, because it's either people that can't stand the fucking Lara Croft character because they've written her poorly, or the people that appreciate that they kind of have like a, all right, she realizes she's an absolute crazy person and is taking responsibility.
That would be interesting.
Is what a lot of people have said. Both like the writer I saw in an interview and some of the responses to this game is like they go somewhere with the story and actually kind of resolve the crazy bitch shit.
That would be interesting because that would be like a pretty good story arc then.
So I'm hoping it goes there, because if it stays like Rise of the Tomb Raider, I'm like, I don't like any of your motivations. You're making fucking stupid decisions because you're obsessed, with your dead dad. Like, I've already had enough troubles in my life from women with dad issues. Like, I don't need to play games where you're poorly written to have dad issues. And then you're also killing people and getting other people killed. Like your decisions are the death of, like, right off the bat, like after this scenario, You're leaving Mexico. You're going to Peru. You're looking for the box that the dagger goes into, and whoever gets these things can remake the world. So it's essentially like the fucking genie from Aladdin. Like you get your wish. You can do whatever you want with this one wish. Power? Yeah, so we're gonna keep the evil guys from having it, and we're gonna trust the lady who's gotten dozens of people killed because she didn't stop and think, hey, maybe I should, go in here with a gun because there's obviously an army.
Yeah, and who's to say Trinity didn't know that, hey, if you pull that dagger out of the thing, there's gonna be a giant flood and an apocalypse?
Oh, the guy straight up looks at you. He's like, I can't believe you. I never thought you'd just fucking take it. Like, he's like, I knew you'd find it. I didn't expect you to take it because I knew it was going to start the fucking apocalypse, woman. Like, what are you doing?
I would love to see a clip of him be like, don't pull the dagger out. She pulled the dagger out. And he's like, I said, bitch.
I said, bitch. But did you say that really, though?
Yeah, like, who's really, to say Trinity wasn't going there to like, all right, if anyone pulls a dagger out, we're all dead. We're gonna fortify this temple or whatever and make sure no one ever does that.
Yeah, essentially his plan was, oh, we're gonna find the dagger. We're just not gonna pull it out of this box until we have the box, so that we can then complete the ceremony and not just murder an entire fucking village of
Do we
Mexicans.
know what Trinity was going to make the world like?
Trinity is a religious organization.
Right.
The guy says, he's going to get rid of weakness and sin. So basically, I don't know. He's probably going to Thanos snap these hoes.
Yeah, but he's also not saying he's going to Thanos snap those hoes. So how do you not know that whatever he's going to do isn't a bad, like...
Yeah,
this is always my dilemma with heroes, because it's like, I'm good, like Thanos, he's like, the world is all fucked up, we have to fix this. And the heroes are like, no, we don't. Thanos is like, no, really, we do. Like, trust me.
Yeah,
and
like,
sometimes the villains actually have good ideas.
But, so it's just like, at least I can say the bad guy in this, he wasn't going to pull the dagger out until he could solve the problem of flooding the fucking village of Mexicans and killing them all. Like it's terrifying. Like the experience of going through the flood, and like you see a lot of people die, a lot of people drown, dead bodies underwater as you're swimming. You see a little kid fall to his death, calling out for his mom, like, "Mommy, I don't want to fall," and then the fucking kid falls. And I was like, Lars, like, oh no. I was like, yeah, bitch, look what you did. Like, it's like, I hope this haunts you and you kill yourself once you solve this problem. Like you're a terrible person.
I would expect Laura to be like, oh, that's too bad. Can I have that piece of bread?
Yeah.
My health is low.
Yeah, like, hey, I need the salvage. I got to upgrade my fucking knife.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry you died, but I'm going to rummage around pockets here for a minute.
I'm gonna run your pockets. I need that loot.
Is there anything in that clay pot? Oh, you don't know? Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your grandfather's ashes? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, this is an heirloom from fucking 400 years ago, and it's sacred among your people.
25 gold.
Crack. Yeah. Like, what are you fucking Pawn Stars over here, Lara Croft?
That's gonna be the next game, Lord.
Looks like she's destroying death whistle
centuries old giant bells. She's just slamming it into shit
and destroying the carvings. Like, why is she destroying those carvings?
Yeah, it's just like, it's just idiotic recklessness. And the reason why a lot of people, probably don't have the same response to say like Uncharted is goofy. Like, this game get serious and stay serious. It's like, if you want me to take you seriously, why are you doing such stupid fucking shit? It's like, you can do better than this. Like, this is really dumb. Your motivations are dumb. You're making dumb decisions. Like, you're just destroying things you're trying to protect. It's like, didn't you just like throw C4 on this wall to blow it open to get in here just because you want to beat the other guys? And I was like, this is a competition for you. Like, you're not altruistic. You're a psychopath.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a war criminal, goddammit. It's just like the game is
find a way to
cool.
destroy the debris.
Yeah, yeah, just destroy all these relics. Like, hey, I bet there was cool secrets about the world and the civilization. Oh well, I got to get from point A to point B. Goddamn it.
Fucking well.
But yeah, man, it's like the game is great. Like the game part, playing it, exploring it,
Yeah, absolutely.
traversing the world,
getting the Metroidvania abilities, upgrading your
Yeah.
equipment.
It's just, I just hope that they do reach the point of where I'm not just always actively hoping this woman dies. Because she's the cause of so many of these problems. Like I was like, none of these situations would have escalated. It's not even like, like the first Indiana Jones. Have you ever gone over the idea of like, if Indiana Jones wasn't in the first movie, it still would have ended the same way? Like, because the Nazis would have taken the fucking Ark to the island, opened it, would have all died. Indiana Jones didn't have to be there. In this case, Lara's actively escalating all these situations.
Yeah.
Like things are getting worse because she's there.
Also, Indy never wants to be there.
Yeah,
so he's like,
he doesn't. Yeah, he don't want to be there either.
He also doesn't like snakes.
Also, his whole thing is this belongs in a museum. Lara's thing is like, I have a fucking mansion I gotta fill up.
Lara's
this
like,
belongs
hey,
in my pocket.
Yeah.
My dad put this in a notebook like 20 years ago, and then he got killed by some people. I got to go find this so I can feel good about my dead dad.
Yeah, did her dad ever do shit? Because it seems like all the things
her dad was like an archaeologist and explorer. Her dad was a lot more of like an Indiana Jones guy.
Yeah, it just seems like he had a lot of theories, and she's now, actually doing the theories and finding the temples and things.
Yeah, he was a scientist trying to stop bad guys from finding these things. He was just basically trying to keep the information from these people.
Yeah.
And when he didn't give the information to them, they killed him.
Also, it seems like Trinity usually opens the door for Lara, and then she kicks it open and pokes him in the eye and fucking runs past.
Yeah. It's
God
just,
damn, that
man,
bitch is back.
Like, God damn it. She snuck in here again. But yeah, it's just like I hope they do better. I hope this game changes my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to enjoy playing it, but I'm going to be actively annoyed at the story at all times.
Yeah, and it's Mayan stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It like I said, the environments look good. The game looks good. Like the lighting, fucking terrible. Like I had to stop at one point and actively adjust the in-game gamma.
Oh, I know,
because
I had to find another part of the clip to. You spent so much time on it.
Yeah, dude, it was just like, God damn it! Like I can't see anything. Like it's like I go out and the areas that are bright are just fine, but transitioning from bright to dark, it's just like I can't see a fucking thing. Like what is going on here? To the point to where while I was at work, I was catching up on podcasts, and Colin Moriarty, his Sacred Symbols, his PlayStation podcast. Yeah. He was talking about, playing this on one of those. He's like, yeah, I was just having to ride the gamma levels on my goddamn capture for my review. Because every time I'd look at it, it looked fine on one screen. It looked like shit on the other. Like I could either get it looking right in some areas on my actual game monitor I was playing on, like his TV, or I could have it looking right on the laptop he was capturing to. He was actively fighting it the entire time he played to record. And it's just, I think I found a spot now of getting it correct to where I haven't had any major issues once I did that initial adjustment. But still, there are some spots of that lighting effect of your eyes adjusting from one point to the other.
Oh, okay.
I've started actively hating that in video games. Because for the most part, there's just a solid 2 or 3 seconds of I can't see shit, goddammit.
Yeah.
It happens in a lot of video games now that are multiplayer shooters. it had some spots like that in Call of Duty when I was playing Blackout, where I jump in from the outside to like a darker room. And normally, if I had been in that room beforehand, I would have seen the guy prone in the corner.
She just killed a
But
guy that's not necessarily Trinity.
Yeah, I just like pickaxed him in the back and stabbed him in the throat. Like,
Is the generator working? Let me go check. Like, who the
I'm
fuck killed you,
dead.
bud? What?
yeah, like I'm dead, and she just robbed me. Like she just looted my dead body
Yeah.
and stabbed me to death in the mud.
God damn.
But yeah, they've added some cool stealth mechanics. I haven't gotten to the point yet, but later on in the game, like these, they've got mud physics that look cool. Like the mud deforms as you walk through it, like snow physics in a lot of the games. But there's a point in the game where you can learn where she just like covers herself in mud to make it harder for her to see. Like that's an actual thing. You just like, all right, I want to sneak through this area a little bit better. It's dark. It's not outside. Go to the mud, hold the button. And now she just like cakes herself in mud.
Huh.
So she can like go prone, I want to say, maybe in the mud to hide and just like lift up. There's also like a way to kill people in this game where like you shoot them in the back with an arrow, throw the rope over like a tree branch and like jump like you basically lynch people.
Oh my god.
like she's hiding it on a tree branch. She shoots him in the back, holds onto the rope that's tied to the arrow and drops down, just suspends these people in midair, bleeding to death from an arrow. I was like,
Jesus.
Like, you savage woman, what are you doing? Like, this is just a guy who's trying to get paid. He's like, hey, I got out of the military. I served my country. These recruiters for this private military group approached me, said, hey, do you want a well-paying job to basically stand around and be muscle to discourage people from, showing up?
Safe. It's totally safe.
Right.
Totally fine. There's a 20-something-year-old woman now just murdering all of us. Like, she has no military training. Like, how is she just killing all of us? What are you doing? Like you're ruining lives, Laura.
Yeah. Hey, it's weird. Well, hopefully you'll have more information.
Video
on
games
it next
are weird.
Week.
Yeah, I hope to finish it.
You will. Yeah.
On my day off.
Well, let's go ahead. Do we want to talk about Spider-Man or the Direct first? Which one is angrier?
Well,
Spider-Man's angrier for me.
Yeah.
Because it's just, again,
It's
kind of like I was talking about the narrative of this Tomb Raider game. It's like, hey guys, you can do better. Like, like it's yeah. So the thing we're talking about, there were two different articles that we could find. One from Kotaku, then.
Yeah, the other worst one was from Deadspin. Much worse.
Yeah. But anyway, it's two different people had the same idea. All right, Spider-Man's working with the police. The New York City police are bad because stop and frisk, all these different rules. They just harass and keep down minorities. Like, well, no, Spider-Man's a hero. He stops crimes. He doesn't just get to arrest people.
Yeah, why would he not work with the police?
Yeah, that's the thing I never understood. But
he's always worked with the police.
It's the thing with this article. It wasn't so much like, oh, he's working with the police. What the heck? It was the NYPD is absolutely, and this is what they were saying. The NYPD are like garbage people. They're terrible. They beat on minorities. He doesn't understand why Spider-Man would help them. Just all these terrible things. And what I don't understand, where the disconnect is Spider-Man's not real. Like, the NYPD and the Spider-Man universe are drastically different from the ones in the real one. And even if we're talking about the real NYPD, they're not all garbage people. It's not possible. It's just not.
I wouldn't say it's not possible. I would say it's unlikely.
And that they're all
It's
garbage
possible.
people, it's not possible. Not
It's
possible.
possible. Sure,
Not
it is.
possible.
I'm not saying it's likely, but it sure is possible.
That however many shitloads of people that are New York police officers are all garbage.
Yeah, sure, that's possible. Absolutely.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's likely, but it is absolutely possible.
It just seems so unlikely.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. It says
But
right
yeah,
here, he's no longer performing heroic deeds out of just the goodness of his heart. Yes,
he is. It's just these are criminals that need to be put somewhere, and Spider-Man isn't running his own fucking prison.
However, he should call it like the fucking spider's lair or something.
But this
The
right
web.
here,
The web, yeah.
maybe there is a forthcoming plot twist in which Spider-Man realizes that he no longer wants to be an agent of the state. What?
He's not an agent of the state. Like, he's
No.
a fucking vigilante. He's a felon. He's a criminal. Spider-Man's
really.
a criminal
Yeah.
stopping other criminals.
Yep.
That goddamn Spider-Man's a menace. We've heard it for years. We've just ignored the brilliance of J. Jonah Jameson.
Yep.
How dare we?
He's the hero we need.
The goddamn brush head himself.
Him and that fucking cigar.
At the end of the day, it's like, man, you know, the NYPD is terrible, and why would Spider-Man work? Like, just shut the fuck up. Get your politics out of my video games. Get your politics out of my comic books. Get, like, this is not the place for it.
Well, no. So the thing is, people write what they know. And this is just another example of a thinly veiled segue from a video game into a personal opinion from somebody.
Yeah.
That is like, okay, you could have just wrote this on your Twitter. You could have made your own blog. You could have made a YouTube video. But you decided to take, like, literally a joke. Like, the Spider Cop thing is a joke meant for humor. You know, involved in this thing. Like, at all times in every fucking issue of goddamn Spider-Man ever, if a criminal gets arrested, police show up, and he gives the criminals webbed up to him to the fucking police.
Yep.
It's just like, this has always been a thing. And now, because you feel the need to say something about the New York City Police Department, and no one wants to fucking buy your goddamn article somewhere else, you're just pushing it out to fill the fucking page on your goddamn website to get clicks.
Yeah.
It's just like you're trying to express your idea of politics to get fucking clicks to keep yourself paid. Like where's your fucking altruism?
And it's like the Kotaku article, which is really it was a little lesser than the Deadspin article, but it still says things like, you know, Spider-Man's simple presentation of crime and policing feels tone deaf in the modern age, where more and more people are growing aware of the class and race dynamics of policing. That it doesn't have to exist in every single aspect of our life. Especially
also, he's not a fucking cop. Like,
Yeah.
again,
He does not work for the police. He barely works with the police.
yeah, he actively works against the police because a lot of times they're gonna fuck shit up and get people killed. Had to like shoot their guns, web them, and place their fucking cop cars to get upstairs to stop the thing before they fuck it all up.
Right.
Like, it's like, I understand, you know, situations are terrible. And the Kotaku article, like I'm looking at, is talking about the situation in Dallas. And like the weird like smear campaign the police have against this guy, that a police officer walked into his apartment and shot him, which apparently that police officer had a previous relationship with this man. It wasn't just like an accidental, she stumbled into his apartment. Like she knew this person.
Yeah.
And had previously been, you know, involved with him in a personal relationship. So this is more of like a vendetta thing and not a cop thing. Like that particular instance is a crazy person mad about something and solving it incorrectly.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with them being a police officer.
But that happened at the time of these people seeing Spider-Man talking about, it's time for Spider Cop. It's like, okay, I see you fucking had your entry point to try to make a fucking statement, but you just look like a fucking asshole now. Like, everybody thinks you're a fucking clown. I was like, hey, why don't you just have the ability to write this article saying why you don't like this thing? Why are you going out of your way to try to bait people in from a video game to get clicks to see, your opinion on these, personal or political issues?
Yeah, and again, like the political stuff doesn't have to be in everything. I don't understand why some people want it to be.
Well, that's all Waypoint is. Like the Vice like video game and tech. Like I listened to like one. It's like, wait, wasn't this a video game like nerd culture podcast? Why am I literally listening to 15 minutes of these people talking about Donald Trump? It's like, what's going on here? Like, it's like, hey, wait a second. No, this is like this is a thinly veiled political podcast from the 2 episodes of that podcast I listened to. It's like, God damn it, fool me once.
And excuse me. And I'm not saying, because I hate when people say this, that these people aren't allowed to have opinions like that. The people who wrote these articles are absolutely allowed to have that opinion on the NYPD, but don't force it onto Spider-Man or anything else that's supposed to be just silly.
It's like, not everything has to follow along and, be a thing of empowerment, a thing of change. It's like, not everything can be, because then nobody would fucking buy it, because not everybody wants that.
I don't want to, if we're going to do that, then how come Laura Croft never says, but I voted for Hillary Clinton? Because it's not fucking relevant.
She's also not an American citizen.
Shut up.
So therefore she doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just don't understand why people need politics and everything.
It's like the irony of like the situation there for, hey, maybe you should be more responsible with your storytelling about, like trying to make the police look like decent people. It's like, what? Like it's like, okay, but they're like talking about, a appropriate time and place. Like, well, this fucking article is in an inappropriate time and place.
Like, also, it came out right before 9/11, that article. The anniversary, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, really did it?
Yeah. It was like, maybe wait a little bit.
Yeah. Like the video game came out on the 7th, so yeah.
Right, but the article bashing the NYPD came out right around that time.
Yeah, I think the fucking, the people at least knew if they'd published, it would have been a much larger issue for them to deal with.
I just think the whole thing's gross.
Yeah, I don't think it should have been an issue to begin with.
Well, it's not an issue. Like, yeah, you
right. They're making an issue.
Right.
You may have valid opinions about the police in certain situations, but like they have no bearing on fucking Spider-Man in the fucking video game you're referencing.
Yeah.
No.
Also, randomly, this reminds me of another kind of outrage culture article, like a few years back about The Witcher 3. I think I've mentioned it before. I think it was Polygon, but one of these websites, had this article they published about like talking, poorly about The Witcher 3 because there's no like people of color. It's like, this is fictional ancient Poland. Like, no black people would have been here. It's like, and the reason why I think about this is because there's a lot of people also stupidly mad about the idea of them potentially casting Siri in the Netflix show as a black woman, which doesn't make sense for the thing, but but at the end of the day, it's a fantasy thing. So like, I don't mind you changing, the rules about, how this thing works and changing interpretations of these characters. Like, that's what a lot of art is. Like, some of the most interesting, stories I've come across are retellings of an older story set in a different reality. You know, like Orson Welles got a name for himself when he was a young man for doing of Romeo and Juliet in like Spanish Harlem with all these Cuban people, like like at a time when you know racism was really high. Here's this guy as a young man doing a black people only version of like Cuban immigrants or like Haitian immigrants doing the story of. It's like, yeah, like there's interesting things to do with this, but you know, like diversity for diversity's sake helps nobody.
Yep.
Except for that one person that got a job.
All right, well, we can move on to much later news. The Nintendo Direct, which some people were underwhelmed. I think there were some people who were angry, of course.
Everybody's angry at all times. Like,
it does feel that
like,
way.
hey, here's a picture of a kitten playing with a ball of yarn. Fuck that kitten, he sucks. Jesus, guy, relax. It's like, what, are you allergic to cats? He's like, no, I just don't like cats. It's like, well, then relax. Just enjoy things for what they are. God damn it.
Right. They announced things like the what's on the screen now, the Capcom beat 'em up, which looks pretty cool.
I may pick that up.
It's only $20, and it comes out like
Really? Is it
next
that cheap?
And so, what, 4 or 5 games?
That's
6.
quite a few games.
6.
2 of them
Be worth
never
it.
on consoles.
Yeah.
So they'll probably all play pretty similarly, but that's okay.
Armored Warriors. Yeah, that's the one that was never on
And Battle Circuit.
Battle Circuit. I could probably do without Battle Circuit. Armored Warriors looks pretty cool.
Yes,
though.
it does.
The thing is, a lot of these were built by the same team for the same arcade hardware.
Okay.
So yeah, they're all probably going to play similar.
But that's why
Also,
it's
I
$20.
I also bet that the emulation didn't take much.
Right.
You know, once they got it working for one, they probably got it able to up and run.
That
for all
makes
of them.
sense.
Yeah.
And we got Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Wii Bros. Wii Bros. How many? What's in this?
Super Mario Bros. Used to luck.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. I didn't own a Wii or a Wii U. So for me, this is a brand new game.
Which one on
Yeah,
Wii U
this is-
has 4 players, and when you die, you go into a bubble?
I have no idea.
That might be this one. This is the one for Wii U that lets you like in the draw like new platforms and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like you could on the tablet add stuff, which I don't think that is part of this game because if you're trying to draw shit on the tablet, no one else can see the fucking game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the only thing out of the Direct personally for me. Like I'm super interested in just because some of the things they've already shown, and I'm either like not interested or already sold on it.
Right.
And this is just something that had been rumored for a while that got confirmed that I'm gonna buy. Other than that, personally to me, like this Direct didn't do much for me. It's like, oh hey, I love Katamari, but this is a
Yes. This is the
Rebundle.
thing that got really excited for me.
So why? Because I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
If you never played Katamari,
No, because I would look at this and go, why the fuck would I play this?
Katamari it's such a weird little game. It's basically you start off with a ball and things get stuck to it. The more things that get stuck to it, the bigger things you can pick up, and you just gotta.
It's just a super zen weird
It
game.
is.
So like, do you know the premise behind Katamari Damacy?
No.
So the character you're playing as is the Prince of all Cosmos. This big, dumb, like fucking kaleidoscope head is the king of all cosmos, his dad. So his
Okay.
dad got drunk one night and misplaced all the stars in the sky. So you're going to Earth and collecting trash to turn
Literal
back
trash.
into the stars. to fill the sky back up.
Also, sometimes people.
Yeah, sometimes people. At one point, Godzilla and Zeus and the entire mountains, like it escalates over time to the point where you're rolling up entire like islands and cities and continents to the point where you eventually roll up the entire Earth.
Like Troll said, it's a very zen game. It's really chill. It's a lot of fun.
Try never to listen to the theme song, Bob, or else it will like infect your life. Like, because randomly I had the song stuck in my head for like 3 days, like a month ago, and then this showed up on the direct, and as it showed the image before the sound even popped up, it was like, nah, no, 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 no. It's like, God damn it! I just carved this out of my soul like a month ago. You fucks. Like, I was at work, just randomly, just walking around. No, 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 no. God damn it! Can't get this shit stuck in my head. Like I was adding words to the song just because I was angry. It's like,
yeah, I don't know.
I've been
Music,
trying
we'll
to
see.
find like a copy of the Xbox version because I think they're kind of expensive and rare.
yeah, because I don't think they sell the digital version, or they made it.
No, they don't. They need to.
It'll probably be digital on the Switch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And then when we get to the main part, the Switch Online, which I
Has
was
so many
talking to
people
somebody.
pissed off.
This is funny to me. He hits the mystery block and it turns into a mystery block. Like, how does those work? But I know some people were upset that it was like, well, they already told us what this was. Like, they didn't announce anything new. Like, okay, well, I don't know what you want then.
Yeah, I don't know.
My whole thing is it's $20 a year. We're gonna
Right.
get NES games. I guess we're gonna
And
get offers.
I'm curious to see what the special offers.
They're probably gonna be stupid.
Yeah, if you know what, if they're game discounts, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of the best I can really hope.
Well, they already occasionally have like bonus like Nintendo points for buying certain games digitally.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they have one going on right now for pre-ordering something. Where it's like,
It's usually pre-orders or buying like the $60 game.
yeah. But the only thing here, did you guys see the thing today? The rumor people were talking about, getting mad about, of like, hey, when your online subscription runs out, your cloud saves get deleted.
Yeah,
Is that
I heard
confirmed?
about that.
Well, it's confirmed that they get deleted, but like the time frame of when they do is the issue there, because I want to say like if you're not active like within a certain frame of time on your Xbox account, your cloud saves will get deleted. After 6 months of you not having PlayStation Plus, I believe your cloud saves, get cleared out.
So
But the issue here is that on both of those other platforms, you have other modes of saving your stuff somewhere else. You can just plug in a USB drive and copy your save files off your Xbox or your PS4. Currently, they have not confirmed anything other than cloud saves. And they have confirmed that cloud saves don't work for everything. So it's just another...
I feel like these are the same growing pains that Xbox and PlayStation went through like 2 generations ago.
Yeah.
We just gotta push through it.
Yeah. You know what? They may not have the fucking knowledge of how to do something like that. As stupid as that sounds.
It doesn't sound that stupid though, because they've never done this.
Yeah. Yeah, but other companies have.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo. You know they're in their own little fucking bubble.
I know. That's why I even said it.
But I think they're also they're working with Microsoft on things, which is awesome because Xbox Live is amazing. Hopefully that partnership actually brings something to fruition. But we are getting the NES games, which just to name off a couple good ones here: Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, Ghosts and Goblins,
Oh, I
Very
can't
excited about
wait
that.
for Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, Super Mario Bros, Dr. Mario, Double Dragon is awesome. Tecmo Bowl,
Yep.
Excite Bike.
I can't wait for that either.
Yeah,
I'm put a lot
Donkey
of time into
Kong.
Excite Bike.
River City Ransom, Gradius, Yoshi, and not to mention The Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
River City Ransom and the two Marios, primary ones there, I'd
Yeah.
probably actually play.
And then coming out, let's see. What's these games I don't know? Metroid in November.
Oh,
Ninja Gaiden in December.
I really want to play Metroid, but I'm really gonna have to go buy like graph paper or something
Oh yeah.
because if I remember right, the first Metroid does not have a map.
No, it's not until Super Metroid
That's
that
what
it
I
maps
thought.
as
Yeah.
you go through the level.
Right. Yeah.
But the issue is, even then, if you don't remember what that colored area does,
You're screwed
Not like
anyways.
it's not like it keeps notes like
No.
modern games. Because that
No.
was the issue for me with Axiom Verge.
Because it works just like fucking Super Metroid.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
okay, yeah, that tunnel's blue.
And Ice
I don't
Alright,
know.
I
what that
don't
means.
I don't remember what the fuck was over there.
I never played Ice Climbers.
Me either.
You're not missing much.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
Well, Ice Climbers is a good, well-made game. It's just
Doesn't
it
hold
was
up
in
well.
that weird era of Nintendo making arcade games.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's like, have you ever played like the original Super Mario that was like that
Yep.
weird Donkey Kong kind of mod?
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, there's some good stuff in there at launch. I
Yeah.
think.
Also, with Double Dragon there, it reminds me of my recommendation to anybody to go play Double Dragon Neon that came out a couple years back.
Oh yeah.
It's on the Game Pass.
Okay.
So
It's
what?
made by Way Forward.
What is the release schedule like for these NES games?
Well, that launch
get all-
is what I just went over. And
But do we
then-
get all 20 of them at launch?
Yes.
Okay.
And then November, or October. So October is Solomon's Key NES Open Golf Tournament, Super Dodgeball. November is Metroid, Mighty Bomb Jack, Twin Bee, and December is Wario's Woods, Ninja Gaiden, and Adventures of Lolo. But other than those, then we get all those at launch. Double Dragon,
Okay.
Super Mario,
Okay.
Ghosts and Goblins.
I wasn't sure.
Yoshi,
I
yeah.
had heard like a couple different things. I wasn't sure how they were doing that.
Yeah, it says launch.
Cool.
Do we
All
know,
right.
we also don't know when it's launching, right?
I think it launches the same as the service, right?
3 days from now, yeah, on the 18th.
Oh, is
But
it?
they don't-
Okay.
The only thing that kind of chaps my khakis is that you can't get the controllers for launch.
Also, I do believe the NES controllers,
Yeah.
like you can only. I want to say I saw something that said you could only buy them if you the online service.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
you've got to buy them through the Nintendo website.
Yep.
They're not going to
That's-
just sell them in stores.
It's
But
silly.
you know what? It sounds silly, but they're useless without the service. So what is it?
Yeah, I guess they kind of are. Also, just to reiterate this, it's fucking $20 a year.
Right. And it's
Yeah.
$60 for 2 controllers.
Okay, hold on. So, it's $20 a year. Where did I lose those games already? Okay, so of these games, let's say they're $6.99. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, even if they stick to the $4.99, a lot of those were
12.
virtual console.
So it's $20 a
You're still
year.
ahead.
For me, there's 12 games on here I would buy. So that's about $80 they're saving me. Because if they're $7 a piece.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck it. Whatever. If I get
I'll
to play
pay.
all these games, sure.
Yeah. I'll gladly play
They'll
it.
be like 2 megs, so I can download them in half a second.
Right.
And then, yeah, you can. How much are the controllers, did they say?
$60
$60 for the
2
2-pack.
For the 2? Yeah, alright.
It's worth it. Worth it.
Well, I would just recommend realistically people go buy like an 8-bit dough that works for all games
Sure.
on your Switch. If you wanted a rechargeable portable Nintendo controller.
Yeah.
Right. But not everybody knows about that. And that's not bad for 2 controllers.
I'm
But also,
I'm kind of ready to pick these up, honestly.
But also the 8-bit DOs are like $35 a piece.
Yeah. Do you have to
But
buy that
again,
adapter with them?
no, they're just Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
So they work on anything that accepts a Bluetooth controller.
There you go, Bob.
Yeah, I'll probably still buy the Nintendo ones.
Just because.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've got a rail on top to charge.
I'm a fanboy.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'll admit it. You know what I mean? I like the old controllers.
Speaking of Bob's fanboy, Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah, this wasn't a very exciting trailer.
See, this was for me. Other than they didn't really show much new stuff. It's just
Okay,
Well, they
so,
mentioned,
so
like,
why was it exciting? I mean, there's some cool stuff, but why was it exciting for you?
Well, they mentioned like Pikachu and Eevee have like special abilities.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
me, it's just like, oh, it's cut. That's cool. Like it's just this. It's the old game in a new 3D engine.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
That's all it
incredibly
is.
excited.
It's just these little things like the cave, the Team
Surfing.
Rocket, yeah. All these little areas that are familiar. The hairstyles don't excite me. That's whatever.
I think we saw a new move and they didn't announce it. Because the
Oh,
little like lightning tackle thing Pikachu does is not something that's been announced yet, I don't think.
weird. I don't know. I thought they did say something about something Pikachu can do.
They did, but I don't think it was that.
Might
It
just
wasn't
be
it.
lightning tackle or something.
Well, I don't know. They decided on iffy names this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got a Splishy Splash. Is the localized name for the
Yeah.
surf move he does.
And you know what's funny is that the Japanese names were so much.
And they showed off Diablo 3.
Oh yeah, I'll be picking this up.
They showed
You
off the
haven't beat it
interesting
on
thing about
PC.
all the amiibos work, and they just randomly add mobs of enemies.
Yeah.
You mean Amabos?
Amabas.
Get
I
out.
I was cracking up over that when you
I was just
fucking
like,
said
please
that.
leave.
You didn't say
Please
that,
leave
but
your own
I,
Discord
Get out.
server, you son of a
see, that's
bitch.
how well I know Bob, because I made that joke for Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, after
Yeah, I
your
don't care that we haven't
Amabos.
finished it on PC. I'll finish it on the Switch. Fuck it.
Oh, fuck, we gotta finish on PC
Why?
because we're so far.
Yeah, I'll restart. I don't care. I'll restart and play through the whole
I also
fucking thing again.
don't want to spend another $60 on it.
You don't have to. I'll play it.
You suck. Super
I'll
Mario
play
Party
this
looks
while
like
you're
fun.
playing something else. So here's my only gripe with Super.
Yeah,
Why can you not play with other people online?
because
All right, because it's only $20 a year.
well, I wonder if some of these games kind of require you to be in the room with them.
Well,
Why
so
would
there
they?
are. So there's the certain game modes that only, which is like what you see in here of like the multi-screen thing.
Yeah.
You can't do the board game mode online, but you can do playlists of multiplayer games, so these mini games online.
Yeah, but I wanted to do the board game.
I think they just don't want to have like an online session that's going to take like an hour and a half, and potentially have people leave unless you just know all the people specifically that are.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it could definitely have issues, but
Yeah. What do you guys think about Game Freak announcing a new RPG?
That's the only thing other than the Mario remotely interested in,
yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
because it looks like original Ni no Kuni. Because Ni no Kuni is the best Pokemon game I ever played.
Right. So what else does Game Freak make?
Well,
They
they make
made
all
a
the
few
Pokemon
different-
games. They made Timbo the Badass Elephant like 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
What? Oh, they did. What the hell?
What's the other one? Harmonite
Harmonite,
right?
yeah.
and Drill Dozer, maybe?
Are you looking at this wiki along with me?
No.
And Click Medic? Oh, and Yoshi? Holy shit. Apparently they made Yoshi on the
Yeah.
NES.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, so explain to me why City Skylines looks so bad on the Switch.
Visually, it just does not look very good.
Oh,
Like, right there, that looks.
Yeah, look at that. It looks like OG Xbox One textures there.
It really does.
The original Xbox.
And I'm not typically that guy, but this game, a big part of this game is it's really pretty. And
Yeah,
I just don't want to like this and like Prison Architect. I don't want to play these on my console.
this is City potato mode.
Yeah.
this is a game that I can potentially see ending up running like garbage on the Switch.
Yeah.
Once you get your city so big.
Well, that's it. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Right. And maybe it can handle it. If it can.
And that's why it looks like dick.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure that is why it looks.
I just think it's unnecessary.
I'd rather had like a smaller just Sim City.
Yeah. This game looks really good. This Daemon Ex Machina looks like it's just Gundam, which is fine.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got. And when I first started watching the trailer, I was like, why would I want this? And then by the end, I was like, maybe. So I'm still not really sure on it.
I don't know if this is. I imagine this is going to be $60.
Probably. I mean, personally, I'd rather have a Zoids game, but I guess this will hold me over.
Isn't that supposed to be happening?
It was supposed to be. I haven't heard anything on it in a long time. It was also only in Japan last I heard.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks interesting enough.
It just, I mean, to me, like, as a massive mecha guy, like,
yeah,
I got like almost 30 years of Gundam lore stuck in my head.
Right.
It's just like, this is one of those games where it's kind of reminding me of like the Doom 2016. It's like, all right, this part is cool and it works well, but that's all this is just doing more of this.
The entire game.
Yeah, the entire game is just running through mobs of random enemies.
But there's a market for that.
Yeah,
people love that stuff.
Like, this is one of those games where,
especially when you're doing, if you're taking it on the go, it's kind of nice to just be able to blow through mobs.
I think there's already a couple games like Daemon Ex Machina on the Switch.
Is there?
They're like $10. Like smaller games.
Yeah, the price on this is going to be the deciding factor for a lot of people.
Definitely. There's no way I'm spending $60 on that.
If that's a $30 game, that'll probably sell really well.
Yeah. Not
or even $40. Maybe not for everybody, but it'll sell pretty well.
Yeah, that should be, especially if it's going to be like the first one in like a franchise. That could be a game they could sell cheaper and then sell you a bunch of fucking DLC, like armor packs and stuff.
No, don't go that route.
To you, Nintendo.
No, Nintendo, don't fucking listen to him.
Oh, Yoshi Craft World. I'm actually really excited about this.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of like N64 Paper Mario.
This reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet. That's the way it works.
I've never played that, so
that's a great game.
Well, a lot of people said it looked like Tearaway,
which really don't know what that is.
Which was a game like this, does paper craft that was made by the Little Big Planet guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was a Vita, and then they made a port to PS4 called Unfolded. And the cool thing with Tearaway was you could actually download the schematics for the papercraft stuff and actually, make the thing.
Okay.
Really?
So a friend of mine, you play the game, you see like the weird papercraft squirrel. You could go to the website, download that thing, print it on a piece of paper, and then he with his son could put it together.
Now, I think this is just from me playing Smash too much. Whenever Yoshi does the
double jump,
the running in the air thing, I can just hear him going.
And he makes the sound too.
That's great. I really want that, dude. Like last week, we talked about this. I gave no fucks, You guys showed me that gameplay trailer, and now I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Oh, for this?
Yeah, for Yoshi.
Yeah, I want it. I'm excited.
This Asmodee thing is actually probably more exciting for me, but like these are really, really good board games.
I'm excited for this first one that they showed. Pandemic too, but the
What was it?
Settlers of Catan?
is that what it is?
I think it's Carcassonne.
I think-
Carcassonne.
I think that's what it is.
Catan's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned Catan somewhere in there.
At the end, I think Catan and something else.
I don't remember, but yeah, Pandemic is absolutely fantastic. This is something I'm gonna push at our next board game night that we all play. It's a very simple game, but it's hard as nails. You could really get fucked over very quickly. You just have to cure the disease. That's the whole point of the game. But
Now,
it can
wasn't there
blow up in your
wasn't-
face.
Wasn't there a version of Pandemic where you had to spread the virus?
It's a mobile game, yeah.
Okay. It didn't used
Plague
to be.
Incorporated or something like that?
Yeah,
It used to be on PC or something.
yeah.
Yeah, there's been multiple versions of this type of game
Okay.
for many years.
Yeah, Carcassonne. I've actually never played Carcassonne, so I'd really like to get this.
It looks really neat. And then you got the Lord of the Rings.
Living
I don't
card
understand
game.
what a living card game is, but
A living card game is so Magic is I believe Magic is considered a trading card game.
okay.
Lord of the Rings is a living card game. So if you were to buy the game, you would get like the entire set. You would get like 500 cards rather than like 100.
Wow, that's outrageous.
Yeah, so I have a living card. It's a living card game. It's Sentinels in the Multiverse. So
Mhm.
I got a bunch of villains, a bunch of places to fight, a bunch of heroes. It's a complete game essentially.
But so there's no like expansion packs or nothing.
There's expansions, but you have a complete game right off the bat. So this is pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
So Pandemic. I'm very excited about Pandemic, especially if they release expansions.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's see. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Carcassonne, Pandemic.
Catan and something else.
I'm just gonna show it here in a second. Catan Universe.
I just wish
Munchkin.
I cared
That's
about
right, Steve
tabletop.
Jackson's Munchkin.
Yeah, Munchkin is one that a lot of people are excited about.
I wish I could be. No, I'm gonna play it. Munchkin was just something that we played a lot. So Munchkin is, you have your character and you have different slots you can equip armor to. And like if we were all playing Munchkin, the whole point of the game is to get to level like 12, whatever it is, and you have to kill creatures. But you can also, like, I can say, "Hey Bob, I'll help you out killing this creature. Just give me a piece of treasure." And then you kill the creature, and you can be like, "Nah, fuck you, you're gonna get the treasure." I can then later play cards to fuck you over when you're fighting things.
Okay.
So it's a fantastic game.
I think this would be a fun little bundle to get, and I might pick it up.
Yeah.
Especially if we can do board game night
Yes.
without me actually having to drive for 16 fucking hours to come see it.
We could do that now with Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, but I
what
could
needs to
do
be on the Switch.
this in the comfort of my living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to me when they showed off that tabletop bundle. It's like literally the day of the direct, my actual boss from work was trying to get me to play Warcraft with him. I was like, "You fuck, I don't want to." He's like, "I've got extra sets, man. You'd be all ready to go." I was like, "But I just don't want to do it." Like,
Right.
like it's like, George, I love you, man, but no, I don't want to play Magic with you. I don't want to play your fucking tabletop Warcraft. It's like, yeah, I already painted everything. He's like, yeah, I know. You're a fucking 50-year-old dork. Like, you're an OG at this.
Oh, Warhammer?
Yeah, Warhammer, tabletop Warhammer.
Don't do it.
Oh, my brother-in-law tried to get me into it. It's
Holy
expensive.
shit. Not only is
Well,
it
like
expensive,
I said,
it's
I don't
very
even have to explain
complicated.
anything. Like, he's got multiple sets of a lot of stuff.
It's still very complicated.
It's just tedious.
Yes, it's tedious,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Tedious is the word, capital T, tedious.
I
Yeah.
bought a set of Warhammer 40K from my buddy, and then I watched him and another one of my friends play the game, and I went, "Oh, I made a mistake." Now, I love the Warhammer 40K PC games, so I'm okay with having the miniatures of it.
Just for decoration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They announced Civilization 6 for the Switch. I mean, they announced it before, but now we're seeing it on the. We saw like a weird
But-
RG trailer thing.
They also haven't really shown the game what it looks
No.
like on the Switch yet.
No.
Which is kind of worrying. I don't know.
I think this is gonna suffer the same that Cities did. Honestly.
I do too. And it shouldn't because, they could set the game up so it does certain things at certain steps and you don't have a problem with that kind of thing.
Right.
But,
You would think.
yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
don't give a fuck because I already own this game on PC and I don't want to play it on my Switch.
I don't play it on PC now. I'm probably not gonna play it on the Switch.
You should play it on PC.
You're right. I should, but I don't.
Dude, talk about a game I don't have time for.
Yeah, this is
Civilization.
it. This is like the epitome of a game I don't have time.
Even on the Switch. See, I think on the Switch it'd be worse because on my laptop, I'm going to sit there and like watch TV or something. On the Switch, I have to hold that thing up and like put it down to let the other people take their turns. Like, yeah, it sounds silly, but yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, that's too much effort.
Sorry, Nintendo, passing on like one of my favorite franchises of all fucking time. Oh wait, no, here's gameplay. That's right.
Is there gameplay?
Yeah. I didn't want to call you out on it, but there's a little bit.
I mean, that doesn't look too much different. I don't think.
No. Yes, and Starlink. Holy shit! Please let this game be good.
I
need
really
a
hope
Star
it's as
Fox
good as it
fix.
looks.
I need a Star Fox fix so bad.
The only thing I don't like about Starlink is the controller itself.
The actual ship thingy.
Yeah, I could do without that.
I wonder if you could just not use it. I bet you can.
Well, you only have to like tap it once. Like you don't have to keep it on there.
Oh, you don't?
Okay.
No, like once you set up
Okay.
the configuration,
Okay.
it kind of works like an amiibo. It'll
Alright.
recognize the configuration, and you can just pull the whole thing off.
Oh, thank the Lord.
I hope they're not expensive.
I don't
Oh,
really
they're
care.
probably going to be like amiibo price.
Yeah.
Probably.
I love this. Star
What
Wolf,
I'm
isn't it?
curious to know is, so Wolf is the bad guy?
Maybe.
No, he is. I read a thing about it
He's-
earlier.
Oh, okay.
What I want to know is he the bad guy only in the Switch version, or is he a bad guy in all the other versions?
It's only like the all the Star Fox characters are side content.
Yeah.
So the whole game is this whole other nonsense of these humans
Okay.
getting crash landed on a planet and stuff like that. So
The
these are
game
just
itself looks really good.
Yeah. Like I said, I need a Star Fox fix, even if it's not, and the game is entirely Star Fox, obviously. I want to support that game and show them that I want Star Fox, so they make a fucking Star Fox.
I'm sure they're making a Star Fox game.
Better
Don't
be.
you worry. The game looks good graphically.
So, do you guys play this World Ends With You remix?
Nope,
I have no
that'll be
idea.
a pass. I've never even heard until they announced. And then people
well, it
were,
was
like, losing
a
their minds
DS
over it.
game,
Yeah,
but it's like 12 years old at this point. I want to say like this is an old game, quite a ways back. Like it's a cool game, and the people who made this have made other really good games. And I always love Nomura's art style,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I don't know, and I could, like all of my fucks have abandoned me for Xenoblade.
Yeah, I have no idea what this game is.
well, Xenoblade.
Yeah.
I think it's just your typical JRPG.
Yeah,
Right?
it's just there's humanized weapons, the blades.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, if it ever goes on sale, I might pick it up just because it's got like a Final Fantasy vibe to it,
Yeah.
and I like that.
Well, it
Yeah,
plays
like
more like the
for
later
somebody.
Star Ocean, where it's all kind of like active battles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I'm
Hey,
okay with that.
Warframe is another game that's not looking too great on Switch.
No,
I thought the same thing. I thought it looked kind of downplayed.
It definitely
you know the funny
is.
thing to me is it probably also looks like butt cheeks and runs at 30, unless
Yeah.
they're actively trying to hit 60, and that's why it
No.
looks like ass.
Is Team Sonic Racing a game that's out and people like?
It's not out yet.
No, it's
Okay,
not out
I
yet.
didn't think so.
It comes out later this year.
I
A lot
might
of the-
pick that up.
A lot of the people that liked the Sonic All Stars Racing Transformed,
That's good.
it's like, well, they were like, well, it doesn't have all of the like Sonic characters. This is just all. It doesn't have all the Sega characters.
Yeah.
It's
all the
just
Sonic
pretty much
characters.
all Sonic characters, and it doesn't have the weirdness of like almost like Diddy Kong Racing ish, random transformation
Transform
stuff.
was really good. I wish.
Yeah, there are
did that to the
people
Switch.
that have a fairly valid argument that All Stars Racing Transform is better than a fair amount of the Mario Kart games.
No, it's not true. And Final Fantasy got announced. Bunch of Final Fantasy stuff.
I'm
Crystal
excited for
Chronicles.
this.
I know Crystal Chronicles is a big thing in my friend group. I never ever played it, but a lot of them
Me either.
did.
Well, you know how the Crystal Chronicles like multiplayer actually worked on the GameCube, right?
Kinda.
So you had to have like this link cable from your Game Boys to the
Right.
GameCube.
What did the
So
first
you had to
version
have-
Game Boy do?
So was Crystal Chronicles a Game Boy game or was it a GameCube game?
It was a GameCube game. You just use Game Boys as controllers.
Okay, okay.
It was fucking stupid.
That sounds kind of. Why wouldn't you just use a GameCube controller?
What did the Game
Because-
Boys do?
Fuck, I don't know. It was just dumb and tedious and a lot of work and a lot of money.
All right, well, we're just gonna move on because I thought Troll was gonna be all over this.
I'm excited because out of all the ones, the only one that I ever played was 10 and 10-2.
Yeah,
Like I've played all of these. Is my problem.
Pocket Edition looks cool.
I might buy it eventually.
Yeah, I mean it really is just Final Fantasy 15 with that cool little chibi art style.
Yeah,
I've heard the story's a little bit cut down too.
Yeah, they trim some of the fat. Honestly,
It's
there's
probably
an
better that
argument
way.
to say it's a better experience other than
Right.
it's not looking pretty.
I don't know.
Although I do think it looks good.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
this
no,
world
I'm
of
fine
Final
with the art
Fantasy
style.
is, but it's a pass for me.
You never know. It might be
Too
all right.
cutesy.
My friend played the fuck out of World of Final, and I
Okay.
tried a little bit on his end. It's just like
Now, this Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon. Sorry, what were you
Chocobo's
going to say
Mystery
about World of Final
Dungeon,
Fantasy?
I want to say Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon was like a PS1 or PS2 game originally.
That's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like
Yeah,
it.
because I played it way back, like puberty age. This is the Everybody edition, so it's a slightly different version than the original Chocobo Dungeon. So in that version, the new version of Chocobo Dungeon, all of the monsters can be
Yeah.
befriended.
You know what this randomly makes me think of, and maybe this might be an obscure game. Did you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! War of the Roses?
Yeah,
PS1.
Holy shit. I don't know why that just triggered me into thinking of this.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, why? Because those are two
Also-
entirely different games.
Today they announced Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yugi himself is coming to Jump Force.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Which one's Jump Force?
Yeah.
Well, with all the
The
anime
awful
characters.
fighting game.
Oh. Huh. See, I'm trying to find gameplay of this fucking game.
Oh yeah, Duelist of the Roses.
Alright, well, fuck off. There's no gameplay in this video. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the Japanese feel of it and everything, and like the kind of
Well,
grid
that
system.
like
and-
when your monsters attack each other, it goes to like that stadium
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I want to say there was a GBA Yu-Gi-Oh game that actually did the dungeon dice battle game.
Yep.
Really?
From one of the seasons.
It was very
That was
good.
actually pretty cool. Yeah, like I'd honestly say that the dungeon battle game was better than the regular Yu-Gi-Oh.
Duels of the Roses was better than regular Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, that game
Yeah.
was fantastic.
And then
Final
we
Fantasy
got-
12 is my favorite one.
Really? Because that was one I really enjoyed and never finished.
My Final Fantasy's top 3 go 12, 9, 6.
Okay.
Like-
So I might have to
But
pick up
those are-
12.
Like at the point of relevance of when I cared about them, honestly.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy 12 always had an advantage just because it's the same guys that made Vagrant Story. And Vagrant Story is one of my number one all-time like PlayStation games.
Okay. Final Fantasy 7, like, I don't know. I've just been hyped the hell out of this game. Like, I just don't care anymore.
I'll probably pick up all the Final Fantasy ones with the exception of like the Mystery Dungeon and the super cartoony one.
The Chocobo one?
Yeah, I probably won't pick up Mystery Dungeon. And
The World of Final Fantasy I wouldn't
that one.
recommend.
Yeah, I will.
Because it's kind of like it. Honestly, it's kind of like Pokemon,
Yeah,
but it's not very good.
yeah. I don't need that.
This new Smash Brothers bundle looks pretty cool.
It does.
I like the design of it. Though I
honestly-
feel like I could just buy a sticker and do that.
Honestly, I think it looks better than the Pokemon one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say so. I don't like the colors of the Pokemon one.
I like that it's the original Smash Brothers lineup.
Yeah?
Well, that's the starting lineup you get in Ultimate.
Oh, is it? Wait,
Yeah, you
what?
only get like the original 8. You got to
Yeah.
unlock everyone else.
Get the fuck out! Are you serious?
Yeah, that's something they announced. When they were showing,
Huh.
it was like, hey, the starting roster is going to be pretty much the original 8 from 64.
So we have
And
to
then-
unlock like 100,
Almost 100
characters?
fucking people. Yeah.
What? No,
People were fucking triggered. Like,
no way! I don't remember seeing anything about that.
yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot of people that got mad. Like, there were people that were happy because they enjoyed like that loop of unlocking new characters. A new challenger has appeared or whatever it pops up. But then everybody else who just wants to jump in and just play Smash are like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do you mean I've got to unlock all these fucking people?
Yeah, that's kind of aggravating.
Hey, and do we care about Isabel being in?
I
I
personally-
kind of care.
I personally don't care about her being a Smash, but I am excited for a new Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
See, I'm the reverse. It's like, hey, I like a new character for Smash, but I've never even remotely tolerated Animal Crossing.
I like the one on mobile. So,
Pocket Camp?
Yeah,
I just deleted that like yesterday.
I don't think I've ever reinstalled it on my phone. I
And
liked it
here-
all right though.
I love that I called Tom Nook a slumlord.
I mean, it's pretty much what he is.
Yeah. he's just the fuck that's just keeping everybody down with the
Yeah.
money.
That's funny that they reference the camp game in this too.
Yeah, when they're done camping and smashing.
Yeah, that's not provocative.
Yeah, it sounds a little fucked up. But yeah, at least they finally said yes, we're making an Animal Crossing game for the people
Right.
who really wanted it.
Dude,
I like the serious
some of the
basic
reactions are just like outrageous. You know what? I'm gonna put one in Discord because you need to watch it. I
Okay.
wouldn't put it on the podcast. Just watch it later.
Okay. Did you want to talk about Legacy of the Wizard, Bob?
It's just a game I want to see come to our little NES selection of games.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up earlier and totally forgot.
It's a weird.
It's our obscure game of the week.
I almost want to call it like one of the first Metroidvania style games.
Huh.
But I don't know if it quite qualifies to be that or not.
Right.
But it's basically you're part of the and I'm really pulling here. The Drazel family. You're a family of dragon hunters, and it's a family of like 6, and then the family pet. And each character has their own special abilities, and you have to use every character to eventually beat the game.
Huh.
So this whole labyrinth is underneath like your house, and your whole goal is to go and get these 4 crowns that unlock like a special key or something, and then you go kill this magic dragon. That's, I guess, all the way down at the bottom of the labyrinth. And I don't know. I played the hell out of this as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on, but I played the shit out of it.
It looks.
You know, they mentioned a pretty weird, NES game, Adventures of Lolo, for the backwards compatibility list. Which that was just like this weird puzzle game. I want to say, like it's like you're just doing like kind of platforming to solve puzzles.
That's what this kind of looks like.
Yeah, I really hope we see this in some fashion. We probably won't, because who the fuck's ever heard of Legacy of the Wizard?
Who the fuck's ever
Troll?
heard of Adventures of Lolo?
Nah, that's true.
And no one was asking for baseball and all that other stuff, so it's possible.
Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised we got like soccer.
Well, they're just doing all the Nintendo built proper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy we're getting like Mario Golf.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed that one.
Excite
Or
Bike,
whatever it's called, NES Open or something like that. I forget what it's called.
Excite Bike. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm excited for Excite Bike.
There's a lot of good stuff to be excited about with that online shit. Oh god, he's getting chased by a skull. This Adventures of Lola doesn't look half bad.
Yeah, like it's a well respected game. Like there's a lot of fucking dorks that like puzzle games that actively still reference this.
That would be definitely. I'm checking all of them out. Why not?
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean
they're there. They're there, and you paid for them.
You already spent the money.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys got anything else before we wrap it up here?
No, I think I'm good.
Well, Bob, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at BlackBeard Bob, and you can find me on Twitter at Doug Theme Song.
Hey, Troll.
Pretty much everywhere, just
Pay
at
attention.
Trollbeard _ No, like I was eating a gummy bear.
Oh.
I was being fat actively, so. But yeah, Trollbeard with the _. Yeah, Twitter, Twitch, just Trollbeard. I've remembered now for the YouTube, but I wouldn't recommend many people really go to the YouTube. I'm about to start trying to do more stuff there, but really, it's just Twitch.
Right. And you can find me on YouTube at BestintheRealm, Facebook BestintheRealm Gaming, Twitter BestintheRealm, Twitch BestintheRealm, all the things. You can find all of us at FewTrueVillains.com, FewTrueVillains.com. You can even find Trollbeard there now, FewTrueVillains.com/Trollbeard, no underscore. It fucks with SEO. Get over it. And check out the Larp Brothers on Facebook, Facebook.com/Larp Brothers. Maybe it's the Larp Brothers. Maybe Brian sucks at SEO. Maybe I should remember which one it is. Either way, you find the Larp Brothers. I was on their podcast. Fuck. I was on their live stream this week. So, yeah, go check that out. You can always find it on the website. Thank you for listening, guys. Bye. Say bye.
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 She'll say bye. Okay, bye.
Bye. Like it's a question.